I can record.
I know what I'm doing.
I can record the stream. Okay. Where would this go though? Is the question. Hopefully it's
There you
something
go.
good. Are you good?
There you go.
Can we go live? Can we show the people how we look now?
No. The
What?
fuck? I'm ugly. I'm ugly. No.
Yeah, we all kind of ugly.
Just leave it like this, man. Just leave it like this. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. Just leave it like this, you know?
Nigga, no. Say hi.
What you mean, no?
Say hi.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hopefully, are they
What's
looking
up,
at my
people?
face?
They can see us. I want y'all to
Fuck,
know
man.
this shit took like at least a good like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We should have been live long time ago, but
And whose fault is it?
OBS is just trash.
Yours.
That shit is trash.
'Cause you didn't.
This is a trash
prepare.
fucking app.
Fucking.
This is a
asshole.
trash fucking app. Hold on,
It's
let
a
me.
trash fucking app.
It is. Let me go ahead. Let me bow.
Why do we let you on the show?
What's wrong with y'all, bro? Hold on. Final episode of the decade. Come through. I say that like we did not just start this back up recently.
Nah, we had a nice little 3-week, vacation. It was all good.
3-week vacation. What are you talking
Was
about?
it 3 weeks?
It was 3 weeks.
You mean that
in
month?
between.
I don't think it was 3 weeks.
It wasn't a month. It was 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks.
I'm
Was it?
lost.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
Nah, bro, it was definitely 2 weeks.
No, in between that big ass gap that
Oh
we
no,
had.
the between
Oh,
episode
no,
2.
that was definitely like a month.
That was a
Yeah.
month. That was a month, Mikey.
That was 3 weeks. It could have been.
Okay, I mean, if you say so. Anyway, before we get into this, I recently discovered how amazing Oreo
corners.
thins are.
Yeah, those are good.
Me and Bradley got into it a while ago. He said the regular, like the Oreo thins are better than the regular Oreos, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, right? And as somebody who is starting to learn and adjust to this less is more lifestyle, I'm starting to understand what he was saying with that. And like, I gotta be real with y'all, that shit is fire. That shit is fire.
Wait. Not the mint Oreo.
No,
the
the
little thin ones.
Oreo thin, like the thin Oreos, not the mint ones, just the regular ass Oreo thins.
Never. I want to punch whoever came up with the concept of chocolate and mint together. I do. It's like brushing your teeth and drinking coffee right now.
Aren't you like 35?
Fucking disgusting.
You're gonna be eating that soon.
No, the fuck I'm
Yes,
not.
you are.
No.
Okay, sure. Whatever. Fine.
It's
Sure.
just fucking gross.
Sure. You can cap all you want.
But no cap at all.
Sure. Anyway, I gotta. I'm sorry, everybody in the chat who's seeing my personal Discord, and not the face cams. Appreciate you all for being patient with the time. I appreciate you all. All right. So this today, I gotta be real with y'all, bro. Where'd this nigga go? I gotta be real with you, bro. I honestly forgot we were gonna do this today. I'm not gonna hold you.
I didn't do shit. Bro.
I
It was
passed
like,
the absolute fuck out. Like, for those who don't know, I ordered pizza earlier. I bulk recorded earlier, and after I ate the pizza, I didn't eat the full pizza. Obviously, I had like four slices or whatever, and like some buffalo wings.
Pizza.
No, dude, I go get something right
Wait,
now.
So you ate 4 slices of pizza.
4 slices of pizza,
and
some
you had
buffalo wings. Yeah,
Okay.
and then that was it. And
That's basically a whole pizza.
Basically, it may as well be. So I put the rest of the shit in the refrigerator, and then I passed the absolute fuck out, for 2 or 3 hours later, and then here we are, 10 minutes before the podcast. The rest of the 10 minutes was like, hey, how you doing? Teach me how to fix OBS. That's about it.
Asshole.
What?
Nothing.
Anyway, how was everybody's 2 weeks? 2 weeks that we were gone.
I hope everybody got mad puss, mad penis, whatever it is y'all into. I hope you got a lot of it, because I didn't. I lie. Your boy,
Got some penis.
drum
That's
roll,
what's
drum
up.
roll.
Got
Your
some
boy.
penis.
Your boy got some cheeks this weekend. Was it
Okay,
this,
how'd
weekend?
that
This
go?
weekend? Last was it last week? The middle of the week. Middle of the week, man. It was great. It was great. I needed that. It refreshed my mind. I was tired as fuck the next day, and I wasn't tired. I was exhausted. I needed a rest, you know. But it was great, you know. I got the poo nanny, I got the snatch, I got the honey pot. It was fantastic, bro. I ejaculated. You know, I'm a dirty motherfucker too. It was raw, no condom. So yeah, you know, I guess I was listening to King Shofu in my head trying to catch them all, you know. But hey, we are here.
Can you stop being you for like a second?
1 second, time's up. Anyway, so like I was like I was saying, man, it was a good time. Look, Mikey, we all can't be like you, a nice, wholesome married man getting cheeks every night, every other night, whenever he wants. Okay, we don't have that opportunity available.
Mikey doesn't get cheeks every
you
night.
Wish marriage worked like
he
that.
I'm gonna say Mikey doesn't get cheeks. No, just because he has it there doesn't mean he gets it every single time he wants it, and or every single day.
All right, but guess what?
What's
when
that?
she wants it, does she get it every time she wants it?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably.
No, you can tell her no.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, you know how long I've been
moment-
married? I've been married for almost 15 years.
Bro, the moment you can say no to your
What up,
woman,
Shark?
dog, the moment she realizes she loses power. Let's talk about it. The moment you say no, and I'm pretty sure he's been married for 15 years, right? He can dead ass like go years of saying no, and that's probably, you know what I'm saying? She starts feeling like real insecure about herself and shit. Like, why is he saying no to me? Why is he saying no to me?
Damn.
She starts like giving him random ass attitude and shit. I don't look forward to getting married. I'm gonna keep it a brick with anybody, bro.
Marriage isn't for everybody.
I'm
not against
throwing
it,
my woman out the
but-
window, dog.
Whoa. Whoa. You
Bro,
gotta do all that.
because bro, the moment like I feel like I meet somebody who's just like me,
Big, what's
right?
up?
And the moment like I start to like actually stick with them and shit forever long we stick with each other or whatever. One of these days I'm gonna just look at her ass, she gonna look at me. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up talking to me, nah, nigga, fuck you. It's gonna switch to the Prince of Bel-Air scene. What's his name gets
Going around.
What's his name gets fucking tossed out the damn window, bro? It's a wrap.
Nah, man, it's marriage. Marriage ain't like what you think it is. It's literally just like having a roommate that you can like sometimes fuck, and then
That sounds miserable. I'm gonna be real. That sounds miserable.
no, it's really not. Cause well, I mean, I have kids. So
There's an actual word for throwing someone out the window. It's called defensintrate. Defensintrate. I don't know how to pronounce that word, Big. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So why'd you look it up?
Anyway, continue.
A lot of work.
Marriage is like having a roommate that is, you know, that you love. That's just not I don't want to say not that's just there, but it's just like it's a life partner. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not somebody who's always lovey-dovey. It's not always romantic, but she's there when you need her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like if you had like the worst day, when you're married, somebody picks up on that shit. You know, your significant other will pick up on this shit, and it's like having an emotional dog, but a human.
Yo, is your wife around right now?
I don't care what nobody says, bro.
No.
I believe. For me personally, I believe in all that like spiritual, like magnetic energy bullshit. And like I genuinely feel like, you know, like you can definitely tell when like shit's off with people, just off like the air and shit. Cause I remember like I went to like a family gathering yesterday, and it was the only reason why they were all together was because of a funeral that happened yesterday, and the person I didn't know this person. This is like my step family, so I wasn't I'm not that close to the person that did pass away, but the women in that family at some point. They were all like really, really cool for that entire night. But then the moment when they got to the cause of his death, I promise you, I felt like a shift in the room, right? And like as soon as I felt it, they started talking about it. And there was like some heavy, deep shit. And I just was sitting here and I'm just like, ooh, I don't like this room now. And I was just like, oh fuck. And like you feel that shit. And like, you know, like I walk over there and I listen to what they were saying and what they were talking about. And this motherfucker had like, drug addictions, I had got like some bad shit. You know, he just overdosed or whatever. And you know, my step grandmother was mad and shit like that. And I just was like, this shit is like, this is not a, how'd it go from everybody being happy and like eating and, you know, seeing each other and shit to just like, it's over. Like, what the fuck just happened? And mom's looking at me like, what's wrong? I said, I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta leave. It's time to go. Real talk.
They hit you with the Thanos, dog.
I felt that shit, bro.
Reality
that shit
is oftentimes disappointing.
That shit.
They started talking that real shit.
They like,
that shit got real depressing.
yeah, bro. I was just like, damn, what the hell? Shit. Okay, but speaking about Mikey's 15-year-old marriage, right?
Mm-hmm. I want 15 years?
I want that. I think that's what he did.
Almost.
Bro, I promise you just did not listen to him.
You don't listen.
You dead ass did not just listen to him, bro. You dead ass did not listen to him.
What's the color of my skin again?
You dead ass did not listen to him, bro.
What's the color of my skin again?
You fucking...
I don't claim that shit.
Hold on.
I just want to know what's the color of my skin
I gotta mute the mic. Hold on.
Whoa.
They can't hear me.
Bro, I'm streaming.
Yeah, you can hear you. You're streaming?
That's what you get.
That's exactly what you get. Then I don't
you're a full-blooded hoe.
I don't
just
care.
Need to know if I get banned, you gotta give me all the clout to boost my fucking Twitch back up. Like I need it.
You're not gonna get banned, dog. Not off that
Right,
way.
if you say
I've
so.
heard white women say worse.
Do I look white?
You pull it off. Just say you got
Mixed blood.
Revelago, you know, Uncle Ruckus and the shit, you know. It's him. But since we're on the subject of I guess just 10 years in general. I want you all to know this, that as we just started this shit back up, the concept of this podcast was made back in like 2017, 16, something like that, right, Mikey? Yes. And we took like a long ass 2 or 3 year break because niggas had to get their life right. I'm gonna be real with you. Niggas are still getting their life right. And it's kind of crazy to think that like we started this like I want to say like a month ago. That ass after a lot of life was happening for me personally. And we're about to end off.
Too.
Yeah, we're about to end off into a whole new decade. And I'm excited, nervous, but before we get into, I guess, how did I want this topics to go? I said I wanted to do how we started the 2010s, and then I wanted to talk about the favorite years in the decade. I want to talk, or the favorite year and or years, the most challenging thing of the decade, personal growth, you know, for the entirety, you know, because that's 10 years is a lot. A lot of shit can happen in a year.
I have long story.
2019 recap, you know. Before we get into this, though, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say this right now. Any names that I mentioned, dog, fuck them.
Oh.
They were doing that. And then goals for 2020, and then the rest
we're
of...
doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that. And then goals for 2020, and then, I guess, onwards and stuff like that. Just to have it, you know.
Okay.
Because this is the last podcast for this year. The next time we come back, it will be January 5th, or it'll be January 5th. Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Is that right? January 5th.
January 5th. We come back January 5th.
Oh, that's right. Because kids go back on the 6th. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how I have to schedule my life around when my kids go back to school.
Well, I mean, you're a parent, so technically that's kind of what you do.
I was gonna say, like, you kind of.
It is. I mean, that's a date that I have to remember. But like, damn, that's where I section myself off in life.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
you should organize. But who wants to start it off? Who wants to start it off? Does anyone want to go?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember 2010s. What was that?
Well, I do.
Hold on, that was my 11th grade. Yeah, because I graduated in 2011. Fuck, dude. Oh shit. All right, Mikey. You said you got a long story.
Yeah.
You got it. Go for it.
So how are we gonna? So we're gonna do like, do you want to start from 2010 and then like into now? So I guess like into now and then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sure. So just give me like a
Are
decade
we doing
recap.
like the whole?
Wow,
okay,
this
I was gonna
is
say
This is post Mikey J. That's
Hey,
or
oh,
pre
but-
Mikey J.
But I just want to say, don't go into detail. Obviously, we don't need like the life stories and shit like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it
because personal information and shit. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
I'm not gonna be that guy. I know how to reel it back. Anyway, all right. So my 2010 started off with a beautiful, beautiful bouncing baby girl.
Which one?
My last kid.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like which one?
It was she was born in October of 2019. Not 2019. What the fuck? 2009.
Yikes.
Okay.
And so that was cool. We had just moved out of our apartment into a rental house. It was dope. I had an upstairs. I had a basement. It was cool. It was cool. So, I had how old was I? 10 years ago, I was 25, 24, 25, something like that. I had just taught my wife. Well, I didn't just teach her how to drive, but she just got her license. So that was kind of weird because I was always her personal chauffeur for like the first 5 years we were together.
Yeah.
And but yeah, 2010 started off really, really cool, really smooth. I was making, life move. I was doing my trucking thing. I was actually working for somebody at the time, but I was making really good money. Trucking was dope. It was a profession to actually, be in at the time. So everything was all good. 2011. What came out 2011? Call of Duty.
Weren't you still doing Call of Duty back then?
I was. I
You were
wasn't.
doing Call of Duty?
I wasn't even
We
thinking
met
about.
Mikey through Call of Duty.
What?
Or when people were shifting, like back when like the Call of Duty niggas were shifting over to Pokemon. That's how we met Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey and like the rest of them, like Lux and even Kristen. Kristen started that whole like Pokemon stuff when her and what's his name? Fuck him. Got really close together,
idea.
and then that's how that worked. And then he took all of his friends over here, and then Mikey followed because he was a part of that group, and then we just intertwined, and that's how we're here. Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
that's
that
pretty
happened
crazy.
in like 2013 though. I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Still got the
it was
triple no scopes?
2011. No,
Mikey was
no,
ass.
I wasn't. I was a knifer. My name was Empty Clips. I never had bullets, so
You were a knifer? Oh, you were one of them like
Commando
2011,
Pro, bitch.
2011 commando montages. You got like the little nasty ass dubstep. Wow.
No, but I didn't start my YouTube channel till it was late 2011, and I remember that year, Activision did Call of Duty XP. So
The very
we
first
went
time.
there. It was the very first
I
Call of
remember
Duty
that
XP. If you guys like watch anything Call of Duty, I went out there with Chaos X Silencer, Big Snacks, Mr. Blackout.
Man, I remember all these niggas, man.
Like, yeah, Mr. Blackout's doing very, very well. He was actually the one who inspired me to make my own YouTube channel.
What is he doing now? He still doing Call of Duty?
He does
I'm about to be. Continue.
he's not doing Call of Duty. He's doing he was doing Arma. He was doing like some long range sniping game. I don't know, but he was doing very well with it. So shout out to Mr. Blackout.
He hasn't uploaded in like 2 years.
Oh, he's a Twitch streamer.
That's probably
He's on
why.
Twitch.
Yeah, he moved over. Yeah. He's kind of decent. Excuse me? Okay, continue the story. Okay.
But yeah, so I followed in his footsteps, trying to do the cinematic type shits because he was really good at. Remember when Black Ops, the first Black Ops came out and they had the little dolly cam
Let it
where
be
you
known,
can make
Black
that
Ops
shit
1.
cinematic, you just swoop it
Let
in
it
and
be
out,
known,
bro.
Black Ops 1
Black
is one of
Ops
the
1,
greatest Call of Duties ever created. I hope
the
people
Black Ops
understand.
franchise.
I hope people. But
the
Black Ops 1 though,
franchise.
Black Ops 1 like as a game, like story, multiplayer, the guns, the maps and stuff.
That story was fire. Man,
that shit is good. Call it, bro. Black Ops is so fucking good. Continue. I'm sorry.
All right, so going into 2012, we get Black Ops 2 right around the corner. And this was a time where it was the fucking thing, just the thing to have the game early. I got that game 1 week early, and I actually got to play. I played with C Nanners, I played with Hutch, I played with what's that bitch ass nigga? What is his name?
He just gets called out.
No, because he was an asshole. Fuck, I forget his name, but he was one of them Call of Duty niggas. Damn, I really wish I could remember his name. X-Jaws. There we go. That dude, I got in a match with him.
Bought?
Yeah, he bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got into like a match with White Boy 7th Street. Dog, it was a really, really good time to be a part of the Call of Duty community in like 2012.
Them niggas were very down to earth too. Like despite them being assholes back in the day, they didn't mind getting down with like the smaller folks and like chilling out.
I was gonna say, I thought a lot of them
like,
were
the
like
Call of Duty
dicks.
guys. The Call of Duty guys. And this was back when Call of Duty was like prime. Like if you made gaming content, you more than likely did Call of Duty. And Call of Duty was just crazy. This is back before YouTubers were making like serious money. All the bigger guys, they were they were assholes, yes, but they were some of the coolest people like to just talk to game with and shit. Like sometimes they'll invite they used to have like they're like a collective, like instead of a Discord, they have like a big ass Skype group. And they would call in there and they would like play with their fans and shit. That was cool as fuck. But continue, Mike. I'm sorry.
All right. So yeah, and that's kind of where 2012 is kind of the end of the good times. Shit started really hitting the fan. Like
Personally?
Personally in 2012, going into 2013. I still to this day believe, even after all the shit that I went through last year, 2013 was probably the worst year of my life so far. So
do you want to go into that?
I'll go into that because it's not
character development. Everybody, so
yeah. It's not personal.
You gotta look at your L's. 2 L's make a W.
It really wasn't even an L. It was just so much of. Well, I'll tell the story.
Go ahead.
So it's like the end of 2012, and I got this trucking thing down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've been driving for a couple years, and I'm ready to step out on my own. And there was an opportunity that was put in front of me. So the guy that I worked for, which was my uncle, he was married to my blood auntie. So I was working for him for a good while, almost 10 years at the time. And I strongly believe in not letting everybody know your next move or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm behind the scenes trying to get my own contract going at Best Buy where I was at, because one of my friends, his father, he had passed away and he left him a lot of money. So what he was going to do, he's going to invest it in some trucks, but he had messed up. He had messed up everything. He had messed up credit, messed up license, messed up everything. He wasn't able to put anything in his name. So I was able to put something in my name, and he would foot the bill for the trucking, the gas, and all that kind of stuff. I was like, it's okay, that's fair. And then we can build the shit up and split it, equally.
Right.
So, and we wanted to do it at Best Buy, because Best Buy was, if you got in at Best Buy was the bread and butter of any delivery company. It was easy. You deliver TVs all day. You deliver, you barely deliver, not microwave, those big ass refrigerators and all that kind of shit. So half of your truck is going to be TVs. So I try to get all the paperwork together and all that kind of stuff. And apparently Best Buy's got this clause to where if you work for somebody, you have to let them know that you're interested.
That's not just Best Buy. It's all those, that chain of retailers: GameStop, Target, Best Buy, Walmart. There's one more that I'm missing, but all of them do that because it's stupid shit with competitors.
It doesn't, honestly, to be honest, it doesn't matter because we were contractors. We didn't work for Best Buy. We were contracted by Best Buy, but apparently Best Buy, the delivery service had to have some type of. I basically had to get permission from the nigga I worked for to get a contract where I worked.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense to me, because if I'm coming from outside, I wouldn't need any permission from them. So anyway, so the man that I called my uncle, I had a really good relationship with him up until then. I had to tell him, I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how, I want to take things. He was like, well, I'm gonna think about it, because it was a spot open and he had already had 2 trucks there. And I was like, well, let me get on. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't. I mean, I went to him with the thought of, yo, this is my uncle. He shouldn't have, he should want me to succeed in what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Obviously, that wasn't the case. So it was like he shut me down, and I was just like, well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, I felt betrayed. Not so much as betrayed, but it was just a real letdown, because he was a Muslim. He taught me a lot. He was a Nation of Islam Muslim, so he's on that brother shit, and building up the community and all that kind of shit. So why not build me up? Like, I followed in your footsteps, and this is what I believe in. So why shouldn't this is what we believe in? So why shouldn't I be able to get my own? Why do I got to work for you for the rest of my life? I thought this was the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he gave me some bullshit about, the politics of the business. And I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I can handle my own. You know what I'm saying? So, and we just had a fallout from there, and I ended up, leaving. I left without a job. I was like, I can't work for this dude. First of all, this man don't practice what he preach. And like, I was fooled for years thinking that, he was some righteous dude that was, who was looking out for me. But no, he just needed needed slaves, because that's pretty much what that is. It's slave work. It sucks. It hurts. It's backbreaking work, but I mean, we got paid decent for it. So I was like, shit, I might as well get my own. But he was like, nah, man, I was looking at that contract, and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, damn, you ain't gonna let your nephew eat? I guess not.
So was he had like a crab in a bucket mentality with it?
No, he didn't have a crab in a bucket mentality.
He just didn't want you to come up at all. He would just like stay underneath me.
I don't even think it was that. I just think he was looking at the contract, and he had his ducks in a row to hit that contract, and it was just unfortunate. I don't, as I say it, I mean, before I held ill will, like a couple years ago, I was like, fuck that nigga, and I was like, well, now that I think about it, it's just like, he was looking out for himself. Unfortunately,
to the detriment of,
he got arrested on some others on some child support shit. So that karma kind of worked things out for him. So
damn.
But I mean, from what I understand, he works for the guy that was working for him at the time now. I guess everything comes back around.
Basically.
But with that story, that's how, I mean, I still got my own contract, but I had to go to Sears. And Sears is absolutely terrible. Never go there.
Sears is going out of business at that time too.
Man, Sears wasn't going out of business at that time. It was talks about going out of business. So they were lighting up on, a lot of their
shipment
things, because they had just purchased Kmart not too long ago. So Sears acquired Kmart, and that was keeping them afloat for a while. But during the 3 or 4 years, I guess through 2013, because 2013 was terrible. In January of 2013, I got into this accident. Totally frozen over. I was going to work. I couldn't see my windshield. I didn't have any heat in the truck. My windshield was frosty. I was definitely trying to get to work because You know, once you get to work, you get to pick your own routes and all that kind of shit. And since I was the head, I was the only driver. The driver got to pick the route, so the helpers didn't get to pick the route. So, and I didn't want to hear nobody's mouth talking about they got a shit route for today. So I rushed out of the house. I was on the highway. I couldn't see this guy. I swear to God, he did not have his headlights on. It was dark. I got over to get off of the thing, and I sideswiped his car.
Jeez.
So nobody was hurt or anything. It was just very, very unlucky. And at that time, I had to cancel my insurance because I was out of work for 3 months. So I wasn't getting paid, and I'm just now getting back into the swing of things with work and whatever. As a matter of fact, that we got paid that week, and that week was the week I was going to get my insurance. So it is what it is. But so I had that under my belt. That followed me for a while. That I actually got that paid off last year. I owed them $3,000 for a little scratch on the side of their car because I didn't have any insurance and they had full coverage. So they came after me hard. They took my license. Oh yeah, over the years they took my license twice because I was unable to pay. And like when you drive for a living, you need a license. You need a license. So it's just like between those years where I was trying to build up this business and a lot of shit was just happening. And what happened? Like 2013, 2014, we're going to shift back into YouTube. So 2014 was when I started talking to you guys. 2013, 2014, we started, chopping it up. I started making friends. I started going on trips and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, like having a business and going on trips, they kind of don't mix when they don't, relate. So, I mean, but my shifts were covered. You know what I'm saying? With me being one of the only drivers, we had to get 2 more trucks. So like the business was good, but it wasn't good. So we got more trucks, but that means we needed more manpower. And there's nobody just lining up trying to do that kind of work. The work is terrible. But where's my train of thought? But I was doing my thing, taking the trips, doing the YouTube thing, meeting up with friends and whatnot. And like it was good. It was okay. I was starting to get my my happiness back from where I was. But it's just the business itself, it was just a looming thing over me. It was like, this isn't what I wanted to do, but this is what I have to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? So right. I think towards the end of 2014, my wife had gotten a job. This is the first job she's ever gotten. Like I was like from the day that I met her from 2014 it was like I always took care of them. We always had enough money to pay the bills, get them whatever they needed. She never had to step out of the house to do anything. She basically raised the kids from when they were babies and all that kind of stuff. But 2014, she could see that we were struggling, and the kids all of them were in school, so it wasn't a big deal that she would need to step out and get a job or whatever. But that kind of hurt a little bit, you know what I'm saying? From being used to having her be at home with the kids and having the kids secure for, getting anything picked up, doctor's visits and all that kind of stuff, to having her go to work and have us, have that substitute mom, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I would call grandma to make sure that they get to school on time and all that kind of stuff. And that's a tough transition for having to switch your entire reality. So that kind of fucked with me a little bit. And then in 2015, nothing really happened. It was just a lot of the same. 2016 is where things started getting really, I was just really fed up with a lot of shit. 2016, the business it wasn't good. Like gas prices were rising, also insurance was rising, and it was getting really hard to stay above water because nobody was throwing me a bone. Nobody was trying to help out. The company that I was contracting for, they basically said, you know, I mean, if you can't afford to stay in business, we can't afford to keep you. But I mean, we did everything that we could to, you know, keep above the float, keep our heads above water. And for the next 2 years, I kind of just backed off of it. I was like, this ain't what I want to do, and I'm not gonna sit here and break my back for a company, first of all, that doesn't appreciate the work that we do, because they literally would tell us that it's our fault that we didn't have enough money when we were supposed to get raises forever ago. So they're blaming our non-getting raises on us. But it is what it is. From there, like end of 2016, I was just done with everything. I stopped going to work. I told my partner, I was like, you know what? I'll come in every Saturday and you pay me, like I'll pay myself this much money so the other guys could get work and all that kind of stuff. So 2016 was the time around where I started doing YouTube very, very heavily. I started treating it like it was my job. And that's when Dragon Ball Fusions and stuff came out. And then I got a huge boom. And on my YouTube
Breath of the
channel.
Wild happened.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, unfortunately, in 2017.
Addicted.
Dog, that game took away everything. So, I mean, it didn't take away everything. It was more of me just kind of like being high on my own supply. I was like, yo, this is dope. I got Dragon Ball Fusions just racking up fucking views in the back. But then
you were
honestly,
yourself.
I was definitely feeling myself at the time. And it was just like 2016, 2017, it was like, yo, things are cool. Things are looking up. And then the adpocalypse happened. Honestly, I do believe I could be at 100K right now if the adpocalypse had not happened. Because people are just so demotivated.
What exactly like hit you with the adpocalypse?
It was the motivation. It was everybody really just giving up. And I could physically see my views dropping. Like, not my views, but my revenue. It just dropped. It like disappeared.
Despite those views being the same.
Yeah. The views were the same. I would get about 10,000 views on like any Fusion video I put up. But the money that came from January, it was January. I got a really good check from January. That never happens. That never happens. You get a good check from January, you can basically see the horizon on the end of the fucking world. It's just like, damn, I could really do some shit with this. So after January, March, April, all that shit, the adpocalypse happened, and then you could physically see the money just going away. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I was like, fuck.
And at that point, a lot of people were in like talks about moving to Twitch and doing all this extra stuff because it made no sense. Like, I don't know. It's weird because to some people, like, they see it as like YouTubers whining, but it's like, what the fuck do you want them to do? Like, they're talking about something that affects them. I understand that, people like free entertainment and people are like replaceable in terms of the content they create or whatever, but it's like, my nigga, like, if my videos aren't getting what I need them to get and or they're not being pushed out or they're not getting what they need to get, or like YouTube's algorithms like fucking up, like, I'm sorry, but if these videos don't do good, you don't get the videos you subscribe for. And it doesn't help, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just like people were being remember when the adpocalypse started, people were being very, 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 very vocal about how the apocalypse affected them in particular, and viewers saw it as like the YouTubers whining, and I'm like, this is the reality of the situation. Like, my nigga, like, I understand you niggas, like, you know, for example, like me and Nexus uploaded a collaboration, right? Nigga, the apocalypse, nigga, if that shit continues to fuck me and Nexus over, my nigga, there is no me and Nexus.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you... and we have to be as vocal about that as possible. And, you know, they always tell you, like, you know, and I'm so happy that YouTube has taken, like, I guess, an initiative towards making sure that there's a way to get money outside of Adsense. Because, you know, for those who are unaware, we get paid more through memberships. We get paid more through like interactions, like money-wise via the YouTube channel. When it's not like the AdSense, because AdSense is unreliable as a source of income. You know, it just is. You know, for the last year and a half, I've tried to move, you know what I'm saying, move to
Move
a
away
more,
from
move like,
depending on AdSense.
exactly. That's why the Patreon's here. That's why the YouTube members are here. That's why, like, all that stuff is here, because you never want to rely on AdSense, but at the same time, you know, you never want to have all your eggs in a basket. You know, I'm turning my YouTube channel into a Twitch, just all in one. So I'm making the same amount of money I was on Twitch, a little bit more, and then the same amount of money that I, you know what I'm saying, do on just a regular YouTube month or whatever. You know, and that's just off of that AdSense alone. So it's like, you know, I don't understand, and we talked about this the very first podcast, how, like, you can't talk about the shit that you go through on YouTube, because people see that as whining, people see that as you being entitled, and it's like, it's not that at all, my nigga. Like, if my channel is not doing good, you know what I'm saying, and you claim you really do give a fuck about my channel, it's like, my nigga, we have to, like, there has to be a meeting ground here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to explain to you, I'm more relaying information to you, you know what I'm saying, than I am complaining. Like, oh, hey, nigga, the apocalypse is fucking up. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, I don't know. Niggas went to Twitch. Niggas opened up Patreons. Look at Shady. Shady's the reason why I started my Patreon. Shady started branching out, and he started seeing his stats go down, right? Because he wasn't uploading no Pokemon for a while. Remember that? And he uploaded Patreon. His Patreon now makes it to where he doesn't have to worry about a YouTube algorithm.
Right.
And that's where I want to be at. I want to make it to where the Patreon, the YouTube members and shit like that, that's the income that really just does it, so that I can make whatever content that I do want. So I don't have to worry about a YouTube algorithm or some shit like that. And it doesn't help that you're fighting an algorithm while also fighting an ad apocalypse or an ad decline or a revenue drop every other season, or whenever the next biggest YouTuber says the N-word. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about that. So that's the reason why in the last like year and a half you've seen so many YouTubers like just branch away from relying on AdSense and doing YouTube so full time. And to the audience, you know, I've seen a lot of weird comments where it's like, that's trash, you're only doing it for the money. It's like, my nigga, like, do you want the videos or not?
At that point, like, I just don't agree with when people say that you're doing something for the money. I was talking about this yesterday. I was talking about this yesterday during the whole VGC stream that I had, and somebody asked me if I planned on, or if I would ever consider doing old school video games, like a stream for old school games. And I straight up told him, I was like, dude, I used to like base my Twitch off of old school JRPGs because I wanted to play stuff that I'd never played as a kid before. I didn't have the means to. And nobody showed up. Like, even when I had a following on YouTube and like the Pokemon people were there and like, oh yeah, if you do this, we want to watch you play Chrono Trigger. All right, cool. Nobody showed up. Why am I gonna waste 3, 5, 7 hours doing something for no reward? And in Twitch's case, the reward is the viewership. Like, fuck the subs at that point. The viewership is what counts. So why am I wasting time playing this game for 0 viewers, 1 viewer, 2 viewer? I can just watch YouTube or watch Netflix, play the game on my own time, eat pizza, fucking jack off, I don't know, whatever the fuck I want, and still enjoy the game, you know? Like, I'm not going to sit here and look at a number not grow and stream. And that whole mentality that people have, like, I get it back in the day when Twitch wasn't as big as it is now, and YouTube wasn't an actual
As established
job.
Yeah.
You know, doing it for the hobby, doing it for fun, that made sense, you know, because everybody and their mama, oh yeah, man, if you just do this for, if you do it for a hobby, you'll grow. And don't treat it, you know, like a job or whatever. If you're doing it for the money, you'll never grow. Like people will never come to you.
And that's just not true.
Yeah,
that's not true at all, because all the biggest names are all people who hopped on trends.
Yep. And they have to. Like,
and then you have
it's
to.
smart if you don't do that. You know, like if you don't do that, you're not like the whole, what was it? Five Nights at Freddy's. That was a
Five Nights at
huge
Freddy's,
trend.
Undertale.
That died off, and they started doing all the other horror games. Undertale was a huge thing. You have fucking people that don't even know what an RPG is.
That secret neighbor game.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like that trendy shit, that's what get views. That's what people want to see. And I know people, it's weird as hell. People get mad when like there's Slenderman.
It's not people, it's kids, man.
No, it's not kids, bro.
Kids only want their content, but they're not leaving comments like,
watch
hey, man,
what
if you
they
don't do
want.
this.
Kids will watch whatever they want. It's the grown people. It's like the teenagers / adults who want what they want. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly don't believe you.
What do you mean?
I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
No, I do believe, like, what grown ass man is sitting here watching Hello Neighbor?
Dog, I'm telling you, like, scratch the game, right? Scratch the game. Not even.
That's not it. That's not it.
I'm telling you,
that's not it.
Literally old ass people.
The kids,
in relative case,
the kids will watch whatever they want to watch. Whatever game is trendy, they will watch it. Fortnite is a prime example. Minecraft in the last 4 or 5 months is another example. Five Nights at Freddy's was like an example back in the day. Bending the Ink Machine. Secret Neighbor is definitely one of them. Call of Duty. Most of Call of Duty's community, while it was mature YouTubers, the audience were kids.
Yes, that's my point.
No, but what I'm saying is
they're not the ones leaving the comments.
They're not. Kids are not the ones being as negatively vocal, unlike there are teenagers and adults. So
that's what I'm saying.
You get like the immature ass comments where it's just like, like you know it's a child you're talking to on the screen, right? But then you'll get like one of them really long ass paragraphs where it's like, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga? Is he talking to me in the comment?
That's my point. You're proving my point. My point is, kids are the ones who are driving the views.
Right.
They are. The adults are the ones who have stuff to say.
Right.
They don't matter. It doesn't matter.
I agree.
So
I
fan
100%
base,
agree.
you have to appeal to kids because kids are the ones who are on their phones all day.
I agree.
I'm at work all day.
I think what kills me is I remember coming up. Well, we were not even talking about we were talking about the years and shit now, so we're here. Back in I remember 2016. 2016 was the last time we saw people major blow up in the last couple of years. Like we saw a mass number of people blow up. It was in 2016. And I remember that I always wondered what was I doing? This is when I was doing primarily Pokemon. I was Pokemon isn't a kid's game like that. And it's weird. Pokemon does not bring in that many kid viewers as you think, unless it's toys, TCG, or shiny hunting, little tutorials and everything like that. But no little ass kid is watching you play a Pokemon game 5 million times. That's not happening.
Hey guys, do you want to play Pokemon?
And it's wild to me because I promise you we sat behind this. Oh, Pokemon is a kid game for a while now, right? But most of the audience on YouTube are all adults.
I don't know. I think Pokemon it's a monster in itself because Pokemon isn't for everybody. Nobody's gonna go out of their way. Pokemon doesn't trend. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon is extremely niche to where that there's a community for it. Like there's a small community like the Pokemon community that is that they're in their own vacuum, in their own echo chamber. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon doesn't meet mainstream shit like Fortnite does.
It does.
Pokemon does tailor to children, but Pokemon it's more so the anime, like you said, the anime, the toys, and all that kind of stuff. The gameplay, nobody's gonna sit there because kids are, they want to play the shit themselves.
And that's the thing about it too, because I remember we were getting mad at Masuda a while back, like 2016, 2017. He said it himself. He was like, kids aren't playing Pokemon like you think you are.
Right.
And that's not. I want you to know, when you read these interviews from these like game developers, you start to realize where their mindset is, and they're appealing towards kids nowadays. Like, the attention span for kids and even people who watch videos is so short. There's a reason why songs, modern day like media now, is straight to the point. Songs are shorter, catchy. The videos, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but in the last couple months, my videos have been shorter. I used to do like 20, 30-minute videos, hour-long videos, to like 15, 20-minute max videos. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody has time to watch the full videos no more. Nobody wants to listen to a 4 or 5 minute song like that. And the people that do is that really small minority of people. The mass majority of people, the attention spans are so different. And when you listen to these game developers like talk about, like Masuda deadass said himself, people aren't playing Pokemon like you think they are. You know, they're not. People aren't putting time into their 3DSs like they are their phones, and that's the truth. That is 100% the truth. Look at mobile gaming. Look at mobile gaming in its entirety. There's a reason why we've gotten dead ass 5 or 6 mobile games, spin-off games, versus the mystery dungeons, versus the rumbles, versus the whatever. Minus the main series games, we have not gotten a Pokemon spin-off title that wasn't on a phone. Because people aren't playing Pokemon like that.
Nope.
People aren't playing games like that. It's the reason why Fortnite went cross-platform. It's the reason why Call of Duty has multiple versions of itself where you can now play on your fucking phone, and that's cross-platforming as well. PUBG at one point it still is cross-platform. Like that ass phones. Modern day technology is just bigger, and the attention span for people, not just kids, people in general, is so short now. You know, and it's just better to have shorter stuff and shorter content out. And that's my thing. Like, you know, I understand it. Like the vocal minority really does make me like a little bit mad, because like, you know, what they want is very specific and very outdated, very like, you know,
what they want is to stay the same. They don't want to change with the tide. And I've always have been about change. I have never been afraid to change.
That's crazy, because I know for me, and you know me, I was.
Yeah.
For a while, for everybody, I guess this is where we, you know, ricocheted me or whatever.
I still have 2 years to go, but whatever.
You want to go? You want to finish it? You can finish it. We can come back. We can come back, because I was going to start from 2013 and meet you up where you were at.
Well, I mean, all in all, like, I was going on about my business and shit to where, you know, it was failing, and it was like right there. It was going to fail. There was no doubt in my mind that.
So who pulled the plug?
He pulled the plug.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
He was out on a route one day, and he called me, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm turning this truck around. I'm going back in. I can't do this shit no more." Because at that time, it was just like, for what? We were in the hole. Nobody was getting paid, and it was just like, fuck it.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, I mean, shit.
And this is before you went back to school.
I had checked out. Yeah. This was before the hiatus. This was right before the hiatus. So I had checked out of that job like a year before. Like before the business actually failed, I had not been to work, and I probably out of the whole year, I probably went to work like maybe 5 or 10 days, and they were all on Saturdays.
Jesus.
So,
well, shout out to you where you're at now. But this is before Amazon, right?
Yeah. This was before Amazon. Okay. So we're in what, 2017? The business is officially closed. Going into 2018. things were it just sucked. Things were terrible.
Mm.
My wife, she could keep a job, but her job was never doing her good. It was always to the point where she would get to like her third month, and then something stupid would happen. Something would happen to where she would have to leave. This is right before she gets hired on full time. She gets her benefits and all that kind of stuff. She could never stay at a job and get her benefits or whatever. And we were just really struggling. We had to put our house on a deferment like twice throughout the years, and it was just a really, really bad time. It had gotten so bad to the point to where we were talking about divorce. And honestly, and it's crazy how just like things in your life will cloud your judgment from basically you doing what you need to do. And that's basically my whole point from last year to this year. 2018 was an eye-opening year. It got me to the point to where, like I say, me and my wife was talking about divorce, and it wasn't even on some negative shit. We were just tired of everything. We were tired of each other. We were tired of being broke and all that kind of shit. And before, like when the business had shut down, I didn't show that it was affecting me. And to be honest, I didn't know it was affecting me. Just recently, I had just come to the conclusion myself that losing that business, even though I hated it so much, it was mine. You know what I'm saying? And losing something like that, it's a part of you. You put time and you put effort into it. So I'm not gonna say I absolutely hated it, because there was a love to it. Because if I didn't love it, I wouldn't get up and do it. But after it had shut down and I was jobless for, I guess I would say 3 years, it had dawned on me it was the business that shut down that was contributing to me not wanting to get up and do it again. I didn't want to start over.
Failure.
I definitely was a failure. Yeah.
Hey, we talking about me right now.
We ain't even get to you. What the fuck is happening, yo? What the fuck? This is gonna be a very depressing episode, but I hope people understand. There's a light to these stories. There's a light to these stories. There's a light to these stories. Just keep it going. Just keep it pushing. Keep pushing.
So, like I say, me and my wife were talking about divorce. We had gotten papers. I even went so far as to sign them, but we never turned them in. And when it got to the point where was ready to turn them in, I got a call from my grandmother. And my grandmother, she has a very smart mouth. And and me and Avia were just going through it. And I had realized at the time, I was like, I need to change. And it was just the worst of times for my grandma to call me. And, because I think she said she was going to help me out with the car or whatever. She was going to help me out with the car, and she said something to make me believe that, she wasn't going to help me anymore. And at this point, I'm at the end of my rope. So I broke down. I started crying. I told her I was stressed. I need help and all this kind of stuff. And it was.
You said your grandmother, right?
That sounds like an overwhelming feeling.
So let me
ask
you something.
It was super overwhelming.
When you told her all that, right? How did she, how did she receive that?
Oh, no. She definitely was on some I'm gonna fuck you up type shit. But she called me back and she explained. She was like, you know how I talk, you know how I can be. I'm streaming, baby. I'm streaming. Back upstairs, please. What? Go find you something to eat. I'm streaming. There's nothing I can do right now for you. Go get you some noodles, bag of chips, something. We got it all. Good day. Anyway.
Hey, we got chips upstairs. Move.
Anyway, so she was explaining to me, you know how my mouth, you know how I get, but yes, I am going to help you, but more importantly, we need to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And at this time, like, me and Avia had been arguing about a lot, and we were, she was done. She had checked out of the marriage a long time ago,
Right.
and we would just have these talks, and it was just like she was her only response was she was done, and I don't know. At that point, I broke down, and I was just like, I have to change. And so that's when I think Mega Man 11 had come out. And everybody was looking for the playthrough, and I had ghosted everybody.
You played it though.
He definitely played it.
I played it.
100%.
I played it.
I don't want to hear Mike
I played
talk.
it. I didn't get through it, but I did play it.
How
But
did you like it?
It's great.
Not gonna say it. It was. Come on.
It was
dog.
hard.
It was
really
better than
tough.
Mighty Number 9. Let's
Oh,
talk
absolutely.
about that.
You know what's funny though?
Come on,
Is
let's
that
talk
they
about
took a-
that.
I
So
left that out
number-
for a specific reason.
Bro, number 9 as a concept isn't bad, and the game, like if you speedrun it, it's okay. It's just the level design. If they fixed level design in number 9, I think the game would have actually gotten received a lot better. Level design is trash in that game. There's no reason I should be able to go through a game and then the level specifically is designed to kill me. Like it's one thing to just be challenging. It's another thing like the fucking water level. I remember distinctly somewhere around right when you get past the first little zone and you get to the actual underwater part or the water part, there's all those fucking spike balls or spikes just kind of like lying around and shit. They're specifically designed to where if you do an air dash, they immediately hit you. Like you jump air dash and there's a spike and you can't see it because it's off screen. So jump air dash spike death. Okay. Jump, fall over death. Like you have to jump and walk a little bit, jump again, and then just like hover through it before you get to the bottom and hope you don't touch the ball on the ground. This is fucking bullshit. It's just
I'm literally at the end of my story. Can I please finish? Nobody wants to hear about Mighty Number fucking 9, dog. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, just saying.
Anyway, so I got help. I started talking to my uncle, which is a pastor, and we got a little bit of counseling and all that kind of stuff. So we decided, obviously, to stay together. And like, I didn't want to leave. Nobody wants to start over in anything. Like that's the with me actually embracing change. That's not a change that I'm willing to embrace because I just put it too much time. It's just way too much time, and she knew it. And I just started asking her questions like, "What are you gonna do? When you leave, how are you gonna support yourself? Where are you gonna go in 2018 to where you'll be able to sustain an apartment or whatever you're gonna get? What am I gonna do with the house? How am I gonna sustain myself?" And it was just like, well, and she never had an answer for it, and she knew deep down that she couldn't have an answer for it because there was nothing that we could have done.
Y'all got so involved in like each other.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of
depended. No. We didn't get involved in each other. That was the problem. We never got involved with each other. We were I was involved with YouTube. That's where my vices were. And the thing is, YouTube did nothing for me because, it was I didn't ride the wave or I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
That was like a year after everything too. So you could tell you were just like mentally like defeated in that.
Yeah, I was mentally defeated on all fronts. I was mentally defeated in my marriage. I was mentally defeated on money. I didn't know where, the next check was coming from or whatever, but September actually helped me out, but that was cool. But coming into 2019, it was literally a brand new Mikey. Like my head is so clear right
got
now.
No gray hairs. Shout out to the gray hairs. Black don't crack.
No. I definitely got
it's coming up right here. Dan, never mind, bro.
But no. I decided to, get back into school. I'm going to be a game designer. I'm going to fulfill my dreams. And I actually I started work. Everybody knows, started work in November. So things are looking really, really good. I absolutely love my job. I love the people that I work with, and I got in through a temp agency, but the people that I'm working for, they are constantly talking, to the above people to get me hired on full time with benefits and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully within the next couple of months, I'll be on full time. I'll have benefits. Abby can drop her benefits because her benefits are trash, and she can get that little extra money that we need for that month later on down the line. So this year, coming up in 2020, we're going to be looking to, get our credit together and actually buy a bigger house because our children are they're getting so big, man.
I told y'all there's a silver lining to this story.
It sucks that children have to grow, but it's all good. But yeah, the silver lining is definitely don't give up, man. Just whatever you do in life, don't give up, because you will never know what's on the other side. So honestly, giving up, because with the business, I didn't want to give that up. I honestly did not want to give it up, but it was one of those things where life made me give it up because it wasn't what I wanted to do. So now I'm on the track of doing exactly what I want to do and living out my dream instead of somebody else's. So I'm Gucci. I am absolutely at peace with myself. Now you motherfuckers can talk. I'm done.
Well then.
Yoku, do you want to take the stick or?
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it real quick. So,
I mean, I know you said you don't remember all of the 2000s.
I remember a lot. So
give me the events. Give me the memorable events. And the silver lining out of this. Come on, don't be a bitch.
Right, so you want to know why I am the way I am?
All right, let's go.
All
right,
cool.
let's go. Come on, let's do it.
It all started with a female, right? Anyway.
World Star.
It didn't start with a female, bro. It didn't start with a female. Let's see. Actually, maybe it did. 2010. What was in 2010? 11th grade.
Her Gold and Soul Silver just came out, didn't it?
No, was it? Did it? No, maybe. I remember Diamond and Pearl was in middle school for me. Like.
So definitely Heart Gold Silver definitely came out.
That's when that was? Okay, so Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. I was okay. That means that I was doing no. When did Black and White come out?
Like 2000.
Was that after Heart Gold or before?
Yeah, that was before. That was like 2008, 2007.
Pokemon Black and White came out in 2010. So as the decade started. So
that is. I'm tripping.
And Soul Silver came out 2009.
All right, so I was barely doing YouTube. Like I was watching Shofu. I was watching what are their names? Shofu, Xeon 3120. I was watching the other guy. I don't remember his name though. Castleroy Perfect, I think was the name. Sounded almost like Xenon, but he was just an asshole, and it was like I loved watching his commentary. But anyway, point being, I was watching a lot of battling for YouTube. I was getting into the battle scene. I got into competitive for Gen 4. So I was uploading videos, not every day, but like every weekend or so, because back then fucking uploading shit took all damn week. And then you had to edit it or whatever. Anyway, point being, all that shit is like the foreground for what's going on. Having a nice little girlfriend. She was Latina. She was a thickened chicken. Okay, she wasn't like thick, but she was like, she had the curves, the hips, whatever. She had a nice little juicy butt. I like that shit. Anyway, so we'd been dating for.
This isn't Tinder, my nigga.
Yo,
what the fuck is up, bro? What the fuck is up, bro? What is good, bro?
Anyway, we were dating. All right, we were dating. We were doing the thing. That was during the time period of my life where it was right before the time period of my life. Beginning of 11th grade, beginning of 2010, still a virgin, and I was trying my hardest to not be a virgin anymore. I felt that it was time. Me and her ended up breaking up though. Horrible thing. That was my first like heart crushing moment. I got like a cold heart after that, but I was crying on the inside. A bunch of weird gay shit, right? So that blows over. I meet this other chick, and this is where it's a fun fact, right? This is where the whole who was that? The Chimera? Is the Chimera the one with the pregnancy fetish? Yeah, no, yeah, okay. Mikey's face.
You had to put him out like that, but okay.
I just had to, so you guys would know. This is why I agree with Chimera. Like, why I'm always like, I don't clown Chimera with you guys, but, anyhow,
You're
so
so
my
fucked up.
bro, no. Listen. This is me opening up. My virginity was taken by a pregnant chick, and I had no idea she was pregnant.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. She didn't have like she had huge tits. Don't get me wrong. Like this is probably where my big titty fetish came from too, but whatever. Easily FG cup tits or whatever in fucking high school. It's just ridiculous. But it was because she was pregnant that they were that big. Anyway, point being, when a girl lays down and she's like not 9 months or whatever, you're not gonna notice her fucking belly. So I had no idea. We were dating for I'd say like a month or two or whatever, just messing around and shit. She always wore a hoodie. I didn't know the signs. All right. I'm naive as fuck. And it just happened. After that, I found out she was pregnant. So yeah, that, right?
Another nigga child.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
in another nigga city.
Oh yeah.
In another
absolutely.
nigga hood.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In another nigga bitch.
Yeah.
Eating another nigga's food. What's good with you?
Hey man, look, you get how you live it, right?
I guess. Go ahead.
How are you living? What?
I wasn't at the time. I mean, at that point in time, I thought I was. But anyway, so that goes on. Hi, Aqua. That goes on, and there's this huge debacle because everyone else in the school knows she's pregnant except me. One of my cousins ends up, being gossipy or whatever, being messy. He tells his older sister, which is one of my mom's friends, so and so got he got the girl pregnant or whatever, yada yada. He's got a kid on the way, and I'm like, yo, wait, what? Like, where is this coming from? My mom starts blowing up my phone in the middle of college, or like the collegiate high school. There we go, blowing up my phone. I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on? I step out or whatever, and I'm like, what's up? And I'm thinking something severe. She's like, are you serious? You got a white girl pregnant? And she's just going ham. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, dude, it's tripping. Not because she was
a white girl pregnant.
A white girl pregnant. And so I'm just like, bro, are you serious? Like, where did you hear that from? It don't matter where I heard it from. I'm like, you don't go to my high school. Like, there's no reason you should know anything that happens to me in my high school unless something severe happens to me, like I'm dying or something. So all that bullshit aside, me and that girl ended up breaking up because everyone else was putting it in my head that I was gonna become a stepdad, like immediately. and this girl had no intentions of making me stepdad at all. She was like, I just like you. I think you're cool. I just want to fuck. I'm like, bet. Never knew that until years later. Now she's got like 3 kids, probably still doing crack and a bunch of other crap. Yeah, like it was a lot. But because of that, I ended up having to get a job. My mom made me get a job. I got a job at the dog track. I was running greyhounds. I ended up meeting this other chick, happens to also be white. She also happens to have big breasts. And we kicked it off. It was nice, I had no intention on dating her though. I don't know, man. I just like titties, and it just happens to be a part of a particular race. Back in the day, now everybody has titties apparently. So here we are in 2019, end of the decade, right? But yeah, I end up kicking it with this chick, and me and her end up getting together because she doesn't. I hear those kids too.
They summoning demons up there, man.
Yo, me and her end up getting together because she uses me to fake break up with her boyfriend at the time, and her boyfriend was a simp. I didn't even know what that word meant at the time. He was definitely a simp. Like, she would literally, we had a little like a Dougie. Imagine a Dougie or whatever, where you sit before you.
Wait, and you knowing this?
I'm gonna say you not playing.
You're a terrible person.
Wait, time out. No.
You're not the best.
I should have said no. Okay, look, because this is right after my breakup. Not even the pregnant chick. I'm still hungover over the Latina, right? This is like right after my heartbreak.
Your life just sounds like heartbreak, my nigga.
Right.
Bro, my life is really heartbreaking.
What's good with you? Go get some seek
depressed.
therapy.
What do you mean?
Seek therapy.
I don't have money for that. I don't have money for that. Go to
Literally,
church.
go to church.
Bro, church is not going to help me.
No,
you talk to the
Let me close my door.
Dog.
Neither is talking to bitches from high school.
Look, man. Okay. While he's closing his door, I just want to say, like, you don't go to church just to get to
talk to a pastor.
No, you don't go to church to listen to the sermon. Like, if you got problems, go to the church and talk to the pastor, because You don't listen. You don't. So say for instance, the pastor is a scumbag, but he give you some really good, solid advice.
Yeah.
You don't take you take the lesson, and that nigga's human. He's supposed to do human shit.
Yeah.
You take the lesson from it, and that's what you get out of it. Just like my uncle, he's a fucking human. He's a I forgave him, but he was a scumbag. But he taught me a lot of shit that's like full of morals. You know what I'm saying? That one should really uphold. I took that away from him. You know what I'm saying? I took that from him, and I still live by some of the morals that, you know, he taught me. He instilled in me, because like we were together for a long time. So it's just like I worked for the dude for like damn near 10 years. So he taught me a lot of shit through that 10 years. But unfortunately, we had to, you know, do the thing. But what I'm saying is, my point is, when you go in to get some like help or talk to somebody, you take away what they tell you and not the person.
Right.
R. Kelly made some very, very fire songs, but he's a terrible person. That's all I'm saying.
I don't disagree. I unfortunately learned all of my lessons the hard way. So to clarify, I did not willingly like fool around with the girl for her to help break up with the guy, right? I literally went to work and played my Game Boy. I was known as like the kid that played the game and had a giant afro. That was me. I was cool as shit, played my game, and that was it. I ended up getting my brother being best friend, ended up getting him a job as well. So me and him working together. That was the only person that I talked to at the job, because I didn't fuck with nobody else at the job. Because look, quote unquote, I hated niggas, right? And just there was a whole.
Were you a scene kid?
That. Nope, not at all. I was just like a normal black kid that liked nerdy shit. That was it. I used to play basketball and football and all that kind of. I was a hybrid. That's what we called them. I was a hybrid. I did traditional black people shit, and then I did traditional white people shit. But I didn't wear gothic makeup or paint my nails or anything like that. Like, I hung out with the scene kids. I hung out with the goth kids. I hung out with the black people, but just not all the black people, because I hated niggas. And when I say niggas, I don't mean black people. I mean like the people that were ghetto as fuck, loud as shit. Like that typical girl where the first thing you do when you get to class or you get to school is that black chick yelling at somebody and she's got a Pop-Tart in her mouth and hot Cheetos or whatever and a pickle. Like that, I don't like that. So I completely avoided all that shit. So I didn't talk to black people if I didn't know them, because I assumed every black person was a nigga. Anyway, I ended up opening up after a certain incident, which was getting caught in the bathroom with that girl, the Latina that I was trying to have sex with. And then there's a whole story.
Pause before you go any further. So you despise niggas.
Yeah.
But yet you fucking on a white chick that's pregnant.
Wait, time out.
How does that work?
Was that a nigga thing? I didn't know. Was that like something that, because I didn't know at the time.
You are a nigga.
No,
you are a nigga.
Hey, we're not gonna use that. Right?
You are a nigga.
Past
your actions versus the shit you didn't like. Literally, you are a nigga. You are
what you hate.
You are a nigga. There's a reason why you're depressed, nigga. You hate yourself. You do the shit. You do the shit that you don't like. But because it's you absolve yourself from everything. You ain't shit. You are a nigga. You are what you don't like.
Yo, I'm the one thing. Wait, not to. No, you've become the one thing you sought to destroy.
Like, bro, like that man. I want you to. I was thinking about this entire time. I'm like, wait a minute. What the fuck are you saying?
He hates niggas, but he's doing nigga shit.
You hate yourself, bro.
That was one thing.
Continue your goddamn story.
You hate yourself.
All right, look, I don't hate myself. Not back then, at least. But all right, so that happened. That's the backstory. Me and the girl broke up. All right, because I got caught in the bathroom and I lied about it, but everyone knew what the fuck was going on. But because I wasn't quote unquote a nigga, the principal and whoever the fuck else was involved in the administrative system believed me, and it worked. So whatever lie I just happened told, got me through it. But I got an insane amount of clout with every other black person in there. So now I had black chicks looking at me in an attractive manner, and I had dudes trying to kick it with me and learn how to play Pokemon. Some weird shit. But anyway, that's why I'm open to other whatever. Anyway, all right, cool. Back to the dog track thing. The girl would literally sit in my lap. Her boyfriend, like, she would just like not not acknowledge him at all. He would walk into the little Dougie, and she would just get up from wherever she was sitting and then plop herself in my lap. I didn't touch her. I didn't talk to her. I just kept playing the DS or whatever I had.
Hey, that's funny.
And
That's how I got my first girlfriend.
Bro, it's just weird. He was cool with it. He just
do?
thought that we were friends. Like, this is what I mean by simp. Dude was just like, oh yeah, no, they're just really good friends. I don't know her name. Like, I don't know who this person is. She's just sitting here and you let it happen. I didn't find out they were dating until like a week later after working there. And or she was newer than me, but whatever. A week later, I found out they're dating. Everybody else is telling me about that. Yo, man, are you fucking that girl, bro? You fucking old dude's girl? Like, I don't know her name. So we're like not going down this route. That said, they end up breaking up. Me and her end up fucking.
Terrible person.
And then we got together and dated for like 2 or 3 years. But that's a mini saga. We're gonna skip that entire saga because that's not the important saga. So 20 all that happens in like a year.
I'm trying
2011?
I'm trying to see what all of this is important.
Exactly, like my God, I don't need like an autobiography.
I need you to understand this part so you understand the next part.
Okay, so you're about to go into high school. Or are you about to go to college now?
Yeah. Like we're out of the high school point at this point. Me and the girl have dated. We started at the end of my 11th grade year. All of senior year we were dating, and then like slightly after senior year we were dating. But anyway, there was a particular chick. She was black. First, like serious black
college.
Chick. So no. Well, she's also from high school, but I didn't start talking to her until after we graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
College.
So like, yeah, college era. I guess.
College supposed time or something like that.
Right. After graduation. The entire time she was messing around with who used to be my best friend, but I didn't know that. Me and the best friend weren't talking no more because he had this weird thing where he would like talk to the girls that I dated or whatever, even though he was whatever. Whole thing behind that. But me and him weren't cool no more. Probably, but whatever.
That nigga liked you, bro. The moment that,
is that what happens?
The nigga liked you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Anybody that goes after your leftovers admires you in some way, shape, or form, dog. It just ends up being that way.
Lesson learned.
Because they see what you got, and they're like, "Damn, dog, this nigga got her." Damn, bro.
Oh, this your tweet?
I gotta get it,
bro. It's crazy though because like.
I made this.
I mean, I guess it's not really crazy. The girl that he ended up having this serious ass relationship with, he only met because of me because I was trying to get with her, and there's a whole whatever. Dating the black chick or talking to the black chick, right? Find out she's dating or talking to old dude. The entire first year, me and her are dating. I'm still dating no chick, or not dating. Me and her are talking. I'm still dating no chick, and I'm trying to tell black chick that like that's not good. Don't do what you're doing because he's not a good person. Yada yada, whatever. It's not a good sign. It takes me like a year and a half maybe for me to convince her to like not deal with him. They go through a huge drama thing. Me and him go through drama. Long story short, me and her end up dating. Best beginning relationship of my life, right?
How did you get into this situation?
All I can think of is the meme. He did it to you again, huh?
So how did I get into that? Oh fuck. Oh, she called me one night crying for whatever fucking reason. And she was in Cali. She used to live in Cali. She was down here and then she moved back to Cali because of all that shit was going on. She ended up coming back down to Cali to stay with her mom or some bullshit. And something happened and I ended up meeting her mom, and me and her ended up kicking it off because her mom fucking loves me. I love her mom, by the way. So her mom loves me. We ended up kicking it off. I stay at the house like all of Christmas break. So like 2-3 weeks, I'm at her house. Mom is leaving us there by ourselves, whatever. We have a nice little cute, awkward, nerdy, let's have sex kind of thing. A lot of weird shit. But anyway, that's how that ended up happening. I ended up leaving to go to Full Sail after that Christmas. Yeah, so that January, I ended up leaving to go to Full Sail. Hey, also, worst decision ever. But just don't go to Full Sail. Anybody listen to this? If Full Sail is,
I'm at Full Sail.
Yeah. So anyway, don't go to Full Sail. So Yeah, it's a bad thing to do. However, Mikey seems to be making it work. So congratulations, Mikey. You know, I hope the best for you.
I don't have a choice.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I had a choice though.
I mean, he's letting you know it's good.
Yeah.
He's
So
letting
remember
you
white
know.
chick, right? The one that I was dating for a couple years before I was dating black chick. I ended up
This
breaking
is
up with
going
white
into
chick.
college.
Yeah, this is me like already going to full sell.
Okay.
But I'm already dating black chick. I break up with white chick like the night before I go to black chick's house or some shit like that. Like the first night me and black chick meet up, I broke up with white chick on the spot. Like black chick is like laying right next to me.
Oh, black chick fire.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to get it in. Like I'm hitting it. She love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Like we into some nerdy shit together. Fuck it. We went to, it was like 50 something degrees outside. This is how you know I knew I was gonna love her. I had a blue hoodie. I don't
Is
remember
this
what
the
the fuck it
same
is.
woman that like destroyed your entire confidence?
Hey, we getting to that part, right?
Oh, okay, so it is. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we get to that
All right,
part,
y'all, get ready. It's time to get snuggled the fuck up. G, it's about that time. The climax is coming, dog.
We
Let's
hitting it
go.
off. And I gave her my hoodie like to wear outside. It's 50 something degrees. I live in Texas, so 50 something degrees to me is cold as shit, right? I took my hoodie off, gave it to her. We're walking up and down the block or whatever, going to the corner store, all kinds of bullshit, walking past the lake, whatever. And she ends up breaking my hoodie because her hips were that fucking wide that she couldn't like
Well,
zip
she
the
had
hoodie
that
all the way up.
gas.
She had the body, bro.
She's
Like
from
it
Texas?
was there. She's from Cali.
Oh, I hate Texas women. Never mind.
No. I would say like both.
I still hate Texas
honestly.
women.
I feel you on that, but
I'm
I
gonna get to
don't.
that story when it's my turn.
I know you will.
But yeah, so that's who that is in the beginning, right? It's just lovey-dovey, it's perfect, whatever. And meanwhile, white chick is blowing up my phone every fucking day because I'm like her first black guy. The whole meme about once you go black, you don't go back. Just apply that entire meme, right? So she's blowing up my phone every day, and I have this thing about like I shouldn't have to block somebody, and I'm young. I don't want to block her, right? Because she's
You
still
blocked
like
the black girl?
no. The white chick was blowing up my phone.
Block that bitch.
Yeah. I didn't want to block her though, right? Because she's still in love. You know,
Fuck
I'm
that
feeling
bitch.
myself. I got two chicks.
Yeah.
Bro, I got two chicks hounding after me. Like I'm about to get me an Oreo, man. I'm about to have an Oreo shake, just some weird shit, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I could totally fuck white chick, lie about it, and then keep dating black chick. Like that's what I could do. But then the other part of me is like, nah, you can't do this to black chick because you love her. I'm like, all right, cool, I won't do it. So I'm calmly trying to keep white chick away, you know, whatever. And some point or another, we end up meeting up, having sex, and apparently, allegedly, I ended up sending her some stuff through email while I was in Full Sail. So I'm in Florida by now. I tried to get one of them to come out there to me. I was like, I'll pay for you to fly out here or whatever. I'll fly the ticket out. I needed. Like I needed.
Oh, you're horny.
I needed the sex. I needed.
I feel you, dog. I feel you, bro.
Once I had it, it was like I can't not have it, bro. You know, black chick is out here. She's sending me fucking booty pics and like weird little lewd shit, whatever. Like I am horny. I need it. Black chick won't come out. Her mom won't let her come out, even though I can pay for it. She's like, "Nah, you can't go out yet. Not until like you know, black chick is established on her own. Basically, whenever black chick gets her own job." Fuck. So I'm like, all right, cool. White chick still got her own job, you know, and I know if I tell her like I'll fly her out, she'll do it. But her people don't like me because I'm black, and I broke up with her, and she cried about it. So whatever. So I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, come out. I'm like, come out. I'll fly you out. Whatever. Like, you know, I'm trying to butter her up, talk to her, whatever. Doesn't happen. I end up going back home. I leave Florida. Somewhere down the line, black chick goes through my email, and it's a wrap. That's where it all went downhill from there, bro. Somehow she goes through my fucking email. I had no idea she went through my email. She ends up contacting white chick behind my back. Her and white chick get together. They start plotting against me. She contacts my best friend, who's still in Florida, by the way. My bro is still in Florida. He hates me because I didn't buy bread before I left to leave Florida. I left Florida. I didn't buy bread for the house, so he still hates me. So he's helping them. He's like, oh yeah, he stay here. This is his address. Like, this is what he does. This is his hangout. His new number. All that kind of shit. He is giving the deets. So black chick ends up cheating on me for the first time with best friend.
So why does this like start like a downward spiral? I'm confused.
Because she thought that I actually flew out white girl and had sex. And then when I proved that I didn't, she was like, you still had the intent. So like she to her, she feels like she was making herself vulnerable, like sending me pictures or whatever, and like, you know, we're supposed to be in a relationship, blah 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 blah. And I'm all for her. Like I'm telling her, like I'm here for you, I love you, blah blah blah. Excuse me, whatever. She felt betrayed. Totally just in a way, I guess, not the cheating part, but the way she
No,
felt.
totally just.
Yeah, not the cheating part though, just the way she felt. And so that's why she cheated.
She cheated. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no, she definitely cheated.
She cheated because she thought you cheated.
Yeah, like she thought the moment, and there's a whole stupidity behind it. The moment I got back,
why does I'm confused? Like, why does this like crash your confidence as a human being?
Oh, it didn't stop there.
Because you didn't cheat or whatever. Like, or is there more to the story?
No. Her cheating didn't like destroy me. I guess it was because of who it was with, but I didn't find out they did it until a while later. And so, but I had this. That's when my whole gut feeling started to happen, and I kind of just like I have this vibe with her. So even to this day, if she talks to me, I know whether or not she's lying. It's just it got that strong. So that goes on. The thing that crushed me was that white chick never got to come to the house like on her own. You know, like parents didn't just allow her to come to the house. Anybody before that couldn't just like come to the house. Black chick lived with me all summer. And then when she got kicked out again, or before that with her mom, she lived with me. There's like 3 or 4 different instances where my parents let her live with me. So when she cheated, it was from my house. So like she had old dude pick her up from my house, left, and I'm not home. I'm like at some convention or whatever. And like I get back and I hear all this shit, and she's just playing it off like nothing ever happened. Me and dude get into it. He's, of course, you know, oh man, we didn't do nothing, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. That bitch is crazy, yada, yada. So I do the same thing she did. I go through her phone. I find her shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. So you cheated. I kick her out. You know, I kick her out of the house. I don't care where she got to go, but she got to get the fuck up out of here. We fight about it. And then just kind of like proceed to repeat that line of things happening for about a year or two,
over and over and over again.
Yeah. Because each time that we get together, she just assumed that I was cheating because she cheated. So because she cheated the first time, she always assumed that I was cheating back. So then she would go out and cheat, but I wouldn't find out until like a while later. Then we'd break up about it, get back together, repeat the process, right? So now
a simp.
Yeah. Now I'm in simp phase, right? Now I'm in simp phase. I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't get out. I'm like stuck in a vortex.
That's funny how that happens.
Yeah. I guess it's karma in a way. But that goes on or whatever. We end up doing some shit. That was the first time that I got in a physical altercation with a woman before. Like we went through a dark path. It was wild. We had a pregnancy scare. We broke up. It was a lot. But anyway, skipping to the meat and bones, like the final thing that was like, all right, this is enough. Enough is enough. I go to Sam Houston. I take her with me, or I fly her out or ride her out, whatever, from California. Me and her were dating slightly before I go to Sam Houston. Everything's cool. She's not cheating. I'm not cheating. Whatever. It's gravy. I got a new best friend. He's, you know, basically he was like an older brother figure. Is the easy way to explain it. I don't have an older brother. So him to me was an older brother figure. So I trusted him with a lot of shit and looked up to him for a lot of shit. So whenever I had issues, I would go to him and then he would help with it. He's got like 5 other brothers though. So I was just like the 6th at that point. Mm-hmm. Anyway, get to the college or whatever. All of us are kicking into the same spot and skipping past that arc. They end up fucking around, getting together, doing shit behind my back. And I'm just like flabbergasted. That's when the whole girl fucking your best friend thing, like I lost my shit. I'm smashing cars. I'm breaking wind. I'm doing a lot of shit that I shouldn't be doing because I'm fucking heated, bro. Like I felt betrayed, not because she cheated, it's because who she did it with. So that's when the whole like severe asshole thing, fuck women, all that kind of stuff happened. I get down that path. Meanwhile, I'm still doing YouTube or trying to do YouTube. And that's where, like, if you look at my channel, you can't see it now because I took it away. there was like a 3-year gap in between when I was really climbing for the Pokemon battling scene and then when I wasn't. I met a lot of different friends. Those friends also betrayed me. I dropped a lot of friends. I went solo for a long time. And yeah, I never fought that dude though. I never fought old best friend. I didn't see a need to. I stopped blaming guys at that point.
And this has been like
strictly,
been like a reoccurring like feeling.
that was a 7-year process. Yeah,
I will do
8.
it to you.
Yeah, that was definitely almost a decade worth of time. Like it just ended maybe a year or two ago. So that was a good little decade of my life is fucked.
And then where did this stuff like start to like change or like looking up?
I dropped out of college. I dropped out of college whenever that thing happened.
Depressing. There's no silver lining for this nigga.
Yo, all right. So I that happened. I dropped out.
So dropping out of college was the
No, that wasn't a silver lining, bro. That was me like tanking in depression. I just didn't know it was called depression. I was heated. I was mad about everything. Silver lining, actually, shit, dude.
like
okay,
what happened
deadass,
at the end of all this shit is the question. Is my like question.
you niggas.
Okay.
Yeah, like dead ass. I don't think, and I'm still like going through some weird shit. But there was not a happy time. I was mad at everything. I'm not mad at everything now. I'm just depressed. But I was mad and depressed. Mad at everything, depressed about a lot of shit. There was no silver lining during that entire period. I was hung up on her, but I was trying to move on at the same time. I dated somebody else. It didn't work out because I was still hung up on a girl. I ended up getting really cool with somebody, and that was okay, I guess. But yeah, no, that silver lining didn't start until YouTube. I literally started dumping all my time into YouTube again, and then that's when I got in. Yeah, like an outlet. Then me and you became cool. Well, I guess before you, I can't really like skip TwitchCon. There was me and Patty, all his people. Excuse me. I ended up meeting Etika for the first time. That was a big ass highlight. Fucked up part was that I was dating her at the time. That party was lit though. Etika's party was lit. Anyway, point being, like me not being at home was the silver lining. Anytime I left to go on like vacation or a convention or whatever, it was a peace of mind. It was clarity. I didn't have to worry about shit. I'm like, all right, cool. If she's cheating, she's cheating. Whatever. I don't like. I'm not there. It doesn't matter.
You should talk to her now.
Nope. That was the thing about me blocking people. How I just have this thing about I shouldn't have to block somebody. She's the first willing person that I've blocked. I've blocked tons of girls because girlfriends tell me to, and then I just unblock them later.
Oh, brother.
But she's the first one that I actually like blocked like on my own. It was very toxic. And here we are. Now you know why I am the way that I am. Congratulations, Nick. You opened a can of worms and you cannot unsee it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah?
No. How you explained it, I feel like it's definitely one of those in the moment things.
Wait, how old are you, Yoku?
I will not disclose
He's
such
26.
information. Bro, how do you know this?
Nigga, you still got time to live.
Anyway.
Time to live.
Let that shit go, nigga.
The thing, that's what I was gonna say.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not mad about it now.
I was gonna say,
She's for the streets.
I was gonna say, you know, the shit that you're talking about in hindsight, it doesn't sound serious at all. Nor does it sound that important, but
that's because I already went through it.
No, exactly. But in the moment, I can tell that it was definitely one of those overwhelming situations. So I don't blame you for being like that. But at the same time, I don't know. I would have moved on from that shit a long time ago. How long did you? When did you stop
you
talking
stayed
about
in way too long.
Yeah,
I definitely stayed in way too long. Like,
at that point, you kind of like you stayed in way more than you needed to, and then
that's what I say. I learned all my lessons.
Like you kind of hurt yourself in that way.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of
everyone told me the same shit.
So it's kind of just like, you know, it's just one of those things where at some point you're not gonna feel a way about it, and That's really just it. But no, I feel like that shit's just one of those. You'll get over it when you get over it. It's not. It just doesn't seem that serious to me. Like, I don't know. I always think cheating like disrespectful as fuck. But like at some point, you know, you gotta let that shit go. And this is where we get into me, because I have crazy detachment issues. I don't take a lot of shit serious anymore like I used to.
Bro, you do. You just drop shit like it's like a fucking fly.
Mm-hmm. There's reasons. 2010 or 2010 was like what? This is the first. I want to say this is obviously the first year of the decade, but I want to say I was like 2010. Where was I at? I was in middle school. I think I was middle school, about to go into high school. Yeah, about to go into high school. Moved away from my friends. All this extra shit. I think the most important thing that happened when I was younger was my uncle passing away. That shit was just not a really good. I'm over it now, but
Was
like
that at the beginning?
that was dead ass
of the-
like 2000. Here, let me get his actual death month real quick. It's in May. It's where we got it. It's in 2011. He died May 19th, 2011. It was, I don't know, it was a very, very weird time for me because like when he passed away, that was like the only father figure I had like that. Mind you, I had like my granddad, I had like my other uncle, but the uncle that in particular was like my closest like role model because he just seemed like the life of the party, joking a lot, shit like that. But he had a lot of issues because he was a veteran, he was a war vet. He took up alcohol, shit like that, and he got kidney cancer, and he just died from that. And I never really understood how serious life was until he passed away. Because, as a kid, you're so naive to the fact, life and shit. To you, is just like, to you take life for granted a lot of times when you're younger. And so, like, I didn't realize how, like, serious life was until he died. And then, that shit, I didn't start getting over that shit till, like, that ass 2018. But here we are. And that shit was just one of those lingering shadows over me for like a minute. But my uncle's death was what got me into YouTube, because when he died was the exact same year that we moved away from my peoples, from my old neighborhood where I had like most of my friends, where I had most of like my life and shit together. And so we moved away to this whole new neighborhood. None of my friends lived around me at the time, so like I pretty much stayed inside on my computer, laptop all the time. And my mom had got her laptop. She out of nowhere, this is like some Spider-Man type of shit. She found this Asus laptop, at most like $600-$700 worth of at the time. This gaming laptop on the train. And the bitch was dead, so she had bought a whole new charger for it. My grandmother took the laptop to somebody at her job, wiped the entire thing, gave it to me, and that was my birthday gift. And so I had that. Mind you, I was like using my mom's computer at the time. This is actually around the same time I was talking to Mark through just comments and shit like that. And I was getting into like the YouTube space, but I was more just a viewer than I was a content creator. So I was just like commenting on videos, commenting on channels. Back when channels had the channel, like the comments and shit on like the little bottom right side, that was the shit. I would make friends through. That's how I met like Mark. That's how I met Aaron. That's how I met Noel. That we were friends like that long ago.
Did you still have was it still sacred? Like, was that always the name?
It was
OPS does LPs.
It was OPS does LPs. I still am a humongous XD Gale of Darkness. what was that? OPS was like, it was something original Pokemon Snagger or some shit like that. Something like
What the
that.
fuck?
Yeah. And that was just what that name was. And then as I just met the friends and shit like that, met all of them. I got my laptop finally, downloaded Skype, we got in a call, we became friends and shit like that. And I guess that's around the same time niggas were starting to get into high school. I've been friends with a lot of the friends that people know me for now through high school, like through old interactions and stuff like that. And that was that. High school was kind of weird for me. My first 2 years of high school were cool. Then we moved away. I didn't give a fuck.
Were you still in? Have you always been in Chicago?
Mm-mm. We were in Chicago for the first 12, 13 years of my life. Yeah. We moved away when I was 13 because the landlord didn't own the property anymore. But this nigga was all the way in fucking Cuba.
Yo, what the hell?
And he had like some other company trying to evict a lot of people and shit in the building or whatever. So we were like, yeah, we not with this mafia shit. So we moved out to the suburbs. And that landlord was worse than a nigga that wasn't there to begin with, because he was there and he didn't do anything. So he moved away again to where I was at for like, if anybody remembers, like back when I first started doing face cam, I was inside my grandmother's like living room and shit.
Yeah.
I was in the living room. I lived in the living room.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I lived in the living room. My computer setup was in the living room. I slept on the couches, all that shit, because we just did not have any place to go. My mom was not making that much money. Neither was my stepdad. That was pretty much it. Me and my little brother had to like just go to school, and that was it. And let the adults do what the adults do and try to bounce back. And I guess, it's like I said, you take a lot of life and shit for granted. When I moved away, I underestimated what's the word? I underestimated how much distance can really wear down a relationship.
Yeah.
With like friends and shit. So like all the friends that I made in the city just ended up just like forgetting about me and kind of like, just whatever. But for the first like year and a half, the first couple of months, they like would still call me. They still like would hit me up and shit on like Facebook or whatever. We still talk and shit like that. I didn't start rekindling my city friends and shit until like last year. And I was doing some crazy shit last year. We'll get to that eventually. I just started, doing YouTube and shit because I just wanted to, just do YouTube. I met the people that I met, Nexus, everybody else and all of them, Mikey, the group that I made content with, Pokemon-wise. I started making money, and, I started helping around the house a lot. Like, I'm making like 16, making like $1,300, $1,500 a month. I'd give my mom like $500. $600 or whatever, and just spend on everything on fucking Nike. Being irresponsible with my money, of course, but not giving a fuck because I have my own money. So, most of my money went to my mom though, despite how much. Like as I got older, a lot of my money went to my mother and my grandmother and shit like that. So it was like at 16, I was giving her like $600. At like 17, 18, I was giving her like damn near half, and if not most of my paycheck. Because she just needed that much assistance, and I didn't feel bad about giving it to her at all. I didn't care too much about that. But whenever talks about getting a car was involved, talks about moving out, talks about like other shit was involved monetarily wise for me, it was like, what do you expect me to do when I give you all most of my money? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of shit for people in the house, basically getting that shit thrown at me. Where it's like, oh, you're making money and you're giving us money. Yes, but you're not doing what we want you to do. They got mad that YouTube was making the money and I was prioritizing YouTube over school. But YouTube was making money and I was helping the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was helping the houses. Not just the one house. The houses that we lived in. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived with my grandma. Mom and my stepdad and my little brother Brendan lived with them. Or lived on their like other side of the thing. So I was helping 2 houses, you know, just with bills and shit like that. And they would always complain about how much money like I wasn't giving them. They wanted the whole damn thing at this point. And I'm like, no, I'm not about to give you all my fucking money. Fuck y'all. So
And this was like, because I know you were with your grandma for a long time too. So was this just like when weren't you with your mom? I guess.
oh
That's the
dog.
better.
Most of my high school years, I wasn't with
Okay.
my mom. Me and my mom grew apart because of that. Like that ass. Like it was me and my mom. She got married until like her marriage now with my stepfather. I hated him. Me and my mom would get into fights, yelling arguments like that. I felt damn near neglected because she would like put her relationship over me, and it was
Yeah.
very apparent. But at the same time, you know, she was young, so of course, you know what I'm saying. So of course she unfortunately sacrificed her life and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she
Yeah.
never got to experience that shit. So she prioritized her relationship over me and my brothers and shit. I didn't like that, and it was very apparent. And I had resentment for him. I had resentment for my father. I had resentment for her. I had resentment for my cousins who, you know, who didn't start showing their asses off till this year, but they've been doing it for years. I'll get into that recently, or I'll get into that soon. But I had a lot of hate in my heart, really, for where I was at in life. But more so not towards myself, towards the family. I felt like I didn't feel any type of like love from the family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like the feelings and the words matched with the actions, and it didn't help that like you were getting into fights every other week. There'd be like actual physical fights between me and my cousins. There'd be me and like nigga, we busted walls in apartment buildings between me and my stepdad. We throw hands, wrestle and shit. I'm like 5'8" at the time, fighting a nigga who's like 6'3", slamming that nigga to the ground. Huh?
How tall are you now?
I'm 5'10". I don't grow, but
I thought you were gonna say like now I'm 6'4" and I'm body.
no. But no, like me and my stepdad, that ass, we would like it was a chaotic household. It was, and so, I don't know. It sucks cause like just growing up, my teen years, I just didn't feel like love from the family, and the people who I did receive love from were people over the internet. You know, Mikey, Nexus, Shino. These are people I consider like my actual brothers to an extent. Noel, like they're, you know, like these people are people that I keep around for a reason, because they know who I used to be. They know what I am now, and it sucks because like, you know, I grew up from all this extra shit. You know, like I said, family arguments. All this extra. I started doing drugs when I was young. Hard.
What kind of drugs, bro? I was gonna say what kind.
A nigga was smoking weed. A nigga was
That's not
doing
hard.
pills.
Oh,
A
okay,
niggas
okay.
was,
keep going.
I actually abused painkillers at one point.
Deadass?
In like 2016, yeah.
Like, so did you have a reason? Where is it because like you wanted
I was miserable.
to not exist anymore,
I was miserable.
or
I was miserable. I didn't want to kill myself till like 2018, but I was dead ass practicing that shit in like 2016. Yeah. It was I was miserable. I didn't get in a relationship with this person, but I had got this like insane crush over this this woman, this married woman. Stay away from
okay.
married people, by the way.
I was gonna say, is this like the woman?
Yeah,
or-
you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know the story,
She was
you know the
married?
story. She was married. She's like 28 at this time. I was like 18. And dog, I gotta be real with you, bro.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about from the con. I know what you're talking
I
about.
gotta be real
Alright.
with you, bro. I promise you. A nigga was really out of it. A nigga was, I don't know, cause I started catching feelings for her around the same time I was supposed to graduate. And how this school system shit works is, you know how every school system is different. Not every credit carries over to the next school district. So there's classes and there's shits that you get credits for in one place, you don't get another one. So I had to make up 11 or 12, 15, something like that credits in a year, right? There was no way I can do that. There was no way I can do that because you can only take a certain amount of classes
Per
per semester and shit. And then there's the after school program. You can only take however many they give you that semester. So it was kind of just like, damn, like I can't do this. So I was over here stressed as fuck. I was stressed as shit. I was stressed, bro. I was stressed. I wanted to graduate from high school. I wanted to get this shit done and over with, but I couldn't. And this is why I think people don't understand. Like, I really do love this YouTube shit because YouTube is the reason why I graduated from high school. I almost dropped out like maybe 3 or 4 times.
That's how you it counted as one of your I guess a credit. It was like an elective or something like that, right?
So they have job credits. You know, how many hours you work after school or how many hours you work in general. You know, you get like a credit for it. However many hours you get like a credit for it. And I had, mind you, the requirement to graduate was 45. When I moved over to the next school district, I had 28. They took damn near all my credits. I was destined to graduate my old school, but I couldn't. So I finished up the classes they gave me in the next 2 years. I had literally 35. I was missing 10, right? And they were trying to get me to graduate so hard. They were like, you know, is there anything that you do like after school, extracurricular stuff, anything like that? And I'm like,
he's like, oh yeah,
I do this YouTube thing, but I don't know if you can consider this as like an actual job. They're like, what are you talking about?
We love you too.
I showed them to this shit, and they're like, and you get money off this? I'm like, yeah. Like, show us the pay stubs or whatever. Show us like the payment history or whatever. I showed them that shit. They were like, cool. So you know how on every you know how like on if you're a YouTuber, you know this, but you know how like every YouTube page on the video manager counts as like 30 videos?
Yeah.
So they told me, listen to this shit. They told me for every 30 videos, we're going to give you a credit.
What?
I had 35. I had 35 credits for every full page of videos. They were going to give me a credit. Guess how many uploads I had at that time?
Let's just say 100.
I had 1,200.
Yo. Okay. Hold on now.
I had 1,200. And so I went, I skipped like 2 or 3 class periods with my counselor. We went through my entire video manager, we print, nigga. That packet was fat. Stapled that bitch, gave it in. I graduated, and I didn't even go to school the last 2 or 3 weeks. Because I was done. I was like, my nigga, the requirement was 45. I graduated 53. Eat fucking cock. Eat cock, nigga. 53, 55, some shit like that, and the guy overachieved. So I said, fuck it, nigga. Fuck you gonna do to me, bitch? I graduated. And I want you to know, it's so mind-boggling, too, that, like, you know, YouTube was something that, like, my parents and my family did not like. They hated when I would prioritize this thing over, like, my academics and shit. With good reason, obviously, right? You know, obviously, you know, you don't want your kid to, you know, fuck up in school and shit. But, I mean, it's helped me graduate from high school after dropping out, like, 2 or 3 times. And look where it got me now. You see that? Look at that. Look at this. Like, it's you know, this shit changed. Like, this shit changed my life for real. Like, it did. Like, I was just like, to be honest, if I would have stayed what I was doing now, I probably would not be alive. I'll be real with you. After I graduated, I got into like my first serious relationship. My favorite year was like 2006. This is when I was dating Nikki. I know me and her fell out recently because, you know, her exposure on Twitter. But at that time, 100%, that was pretty much the only time I ever felt like love from somebody else that wasn't in my family, that wasn't my uncle nor my grandma's. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I definitely put that like really. I will always have a soft spot for Nikki, despite how like me and her fell out a lot of times or whatever. But like she at that time in 2016, 2016, she was just like the person that I just liked and adored or whatever. My family looked like they were doing good. Like my mom got a new job. She's been she works at the Girl Scouts. She was like interning for them for a little bit. Then they like offered her like the full-time position, so she finally got a high-paying ass job. I was happy. I didn't have to give my mom no more money like that. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad got a better job. Max was graduating. The channel was doing great. This is back. If you're an old subscriber, this is like the first Dragon Ball team training Let's Play, or the first Sublock with Shady, or the fucking Rejuvenation reboot playthrough. That was that time period where it's a lot of things are going, like a lot of things were looking up. And then me and Nikki were having problems near the end of it. Obviously some shit happened between me and her, and like my confidence got fucked over. Internally like, as a human being, it got worse. You know what I'm saying? It got worse. Yeah. So the person that I was receiving like the most love from betrayed my trust, obviously. And so that's when like my heart kind of just like went a little bit cold. Like ever since then, like it's kind of just been like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself I will never let a woman get me to how deep I was in that. And
facts.
And I remember I had my first panic attack, had my first feeling of anxiety. A nigga was like hyper, like I was overreacting to shit, and I just was like, I just wasn't here. That's why I started to abuse like painkillers and shit. I started to like hit up my Mexican friends, do the acid shit. A nigga was going through it, bro.
Acid?
Yeah, a nigga was going. I was going through it, bro. I was dead ass. This shit was ass. This shit was genuinely. I did not want to live anymore.
Hey, what does acid feel like though? What does that do to you? I know what it does to you, but like, how does it feel like personally?
It's imagine like you know how that gut feeling you get.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like in vibrations.
That sounds weird.
Like yeah, it's like so like imagine like okay, so obviously I can't even give you like a good. I can only tell you what my body was doing, right? My heart was beating, but then like after every heartbeat there'd be like 10 fadeaways. It'd be like it just keep going, and it's just like nigga, the rooms are like switching and shit. Like it's wild, bro. It's wild, but I felt great in that in those instances or whatever. And then painkillers, I just started just taking those just cause I didn't like this shit at all. And nobody knows that. Nobody knows the amount of shit that I did besides like Mikey and I mean I gotta say his name because at that time he was my friend, Nappy. Those are the only two people that knew I was like doing like hardcore ass drugs. Like they knew that like I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They knew that I was like it was with the shits for whatever. And then 2017 happened. I was on my heartless nigga shit. I did not like women. I hated them. Very disrespectful with how I like treated them and shit like that. I started making a lot of money, a lot more money than I did in 2016. And at that point, it was just like I don't give a fuck anymore. So I was using a lot of this the money that I made off of YouTube, 2017. Paid off bills, gave my mom however much I gave her, and then the rest I was comfort eating and doing drugs. That's how my 2017 went. And then I went My friend circle started to like slowly like the ODS group that people, the cipher group that we used to make ciphers with and shit. That circle started to like disperse and shit. Those friends are not my friends anymore. Those people, some of them are still my friends, obviously, but they make it apparent they're my friends. A good majority of them can fucking eat dick for all I care. But
Yikes.
we just stopped. You know what I'm saying? Being cool and shit. But at that point, I didn't give a fuck. I was on drugs, my nigga. I didn't give a fuck about most of the shit that was going on. At this point in time, I was just like, I didn't care. And the notion of suicide didn't really come until like 2018. 2018 was the regular ass year. I was still doing what I was doing. 2017, eating a lot, drugs, giving mom money, paying bills, and that was it. Fights with the cousins. They bullied Max out of the house in like 2017, so we were still fighting after that. It was getting real cold at family gatherings, shit like that. It was hard, dude. And so, I don't know. 2018 happened. That's when I did Nexomon. Nexomon came out. And Nexomon blew the fuck up. Crazy. And at that point, I was very confident in like just who I was as a person. Because of how good that playthrough did. I was very confident in, you know, my audience. I was very confident in myself. I was very confident because I was just like, holy shit. Nigga, a video hasn't done this good in like, you know, forever. Oh shit, a series? All doing good? Fuck it then. Let's drop another banger after banger. And as time went on throughout 2018, I want to say the moment June hits, the moment like May hits is when like shit just starts to get really forced. Projects don't, I think what made me want to kill myself was not only the emotions that I was feeling before 2018, but then like YouTube became like an outlet for me.
Yeah.
I just like making YouTube videos. And so then when those series didn't do good in 2018, it was just like my whole world was kind of like just crashing down. So I was doing the drugs a lot more. I was smoking cigarettes. I started picking up cigarettes and shit in 2018 too. So I was just fucked up. Like health-wise, I was fucked up. And so the series started to do shit. The Summer with the Squad shit happens. Those series start to do terribly. It starts to get worse because the seasons are changing. Once May or once like September starts coming around, starts getting cold. I think I really do got seasonal depression. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I do have it. I think I do. Whenever it starts getting like darker, early, whenever it starts getting like like real cold and shit, niggas start staying inside more. I don't know. I start feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Mikey went to the fucking bathroom. He had to take a shit. To answer anybody's question where this nigga went. And I remember, dude, like I was not like, dog, the series weren't doing good. My family shit. I was taking drugs and shit like that, nigga. I really wanted to kill myself, dog. Before Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out, I told this shit to people before. Big plot twist to anybody who's new and just now, who just now are starting to get a feel for who I am as a person. Before Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out, the week right before I almost killed myself. Almost. Promise you I did. I was
seriously.
Yeah, deadass. Deadass was like, bro, I had to hit up Mikey deadass that same night. I was about to down a whole bunch of melatonin.
Fuck, dude.
I had a whole. Hold on. Let me get like actual. Let me show you something. Hold on. Okay. So everybody watching this right here is the bottle. This is the exact same one that I almost killed myself on. There aren't that many in here no more like there used to be, but I wanted to down this entire fucking. I wanted to down this entire bottle before, or this entire thing. So Um. I remember I was like crying. I was having a big ass. I was just having an episode. The shit, like the pain, like this shit was really, really like it hurted me. It was one of those things where it was like that ass saw like nothing was working. Like nothing that I did. No series I did was good. No money I gave. The family was enough. No. Nothing I did could make like anything better. It felt like.
Yeah.
So I was just like, bro, I was crying in like the fucking bathroom. And before I took like 1 or 2 pills, I was just like, bro, relax. Called Mikey at like 2 o'clock in the morning. This is like everybody's asleep in the house, so nobody was like, I wanted to do this shit when nobody like heard me, right? I wanted to do this shit dead ass at night. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock. I hit up Mikey on Discord. I called him, and I vented to him for like maybe like an hour or two, and here I am. And he talks me out of it. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out. Though that series did well, and it gave me like some type of like glimmer of hope. It was one of those things where it was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I was just I wanted to kill myself like not even like a week ago. New games come out, the views are back up. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, okay, I can probably take this little wave and just turn it around. I had to take initiative. It was like now I saw it and I was like, okay, now I can do better. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, cool. I said, okay, cool. Let's Go Eevee. Pikachu came out, did that playthrough. And then Smash Bros came out, did like the World of Light playthrough. And those 2 playthroughs helped me that entire like 2 months because it made the winter so much better. And then here we are in 2019. I tell everybody I made the best content in 2019. It's still getting better because the content that I made in 2018 was shit. I look at it like shit because I wasn't enjoying that shit. I wasn't. The person I was in 2018 in those videos was just not who I really was in the end. And I had to take that experience and try to like make better dubs for myself. And then 2019 happened. I started like focusing more on content quality wise. That's how people are getting like the edits and shit they get now. Early on, I started to like do like the heavy shit with Nexus for a little bit. I started to like I throw this ball of melatonin away. This shit is not even like good anymore.
I was gonna say, like, did you keep it for memory's sake or what?
I forgot I had it.
Damn.
I forgot. I started to like focus more on quality and start, making more shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm making more stuff. People want me and Nexus collabs. I said, fuck it, we gonna do me and Nexus collabs. Nigga, every solo series I've made to this year, fire. Every collaboration I did this year, fire. Everything I made this year, content creation wise, nigga, even this podcast is fire. You can't fuck with me.
Agreed.
You can't fuck with me. You can't. You cannot. I'm sorry. But even then, like, the shit that happened in April with like Nappy and all of them, I saw that and I was just like, damn, like, this is somebody that, I saw as like a brother, you know what I'm saying? But in actuality, this is somebody that was doing some shit that I had no idea was to my friends, to people who I consider friends. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like, shit. And then seeing that like happen, it was kind of just like, damn, bro, fuck it, fuck it. At that point, nigga, fuck it. I saw, nigga, people left, after all that shit happened, people quit YouTube. People damn near killed themselves for this shit.
2018 was or not 2018. 2019 was a dark year.
2019 was dark as fuck. After all that shit in April happened, there has been like, I'm not gonna say anybody's names. There's been like 3 or 4 suicide attempts after that shit happened. Not for me, but like, you know, people involved in the friend group and shit like that. People quit YouTube. People stopped talking to each other. People stopped yada yada. And it's just like, okay, well, if that's the case, fuck it. You know, I'm not gonna chase after. It's still love. You know what I'm saying? Towards the people who obviously didn't do anything wrong, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was best friends with people who I really wasn't friends with like that.
Right.
You know. So when people sit there and they come into the chat, they're like, oh, do you not still talk to so and so? It's like, I don't, but I don't have like any ill will towards them, like Twit. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, do you still talk to Twit? It's like, no.
Twitch is not in the community like that.
Twit doesn't talk to nobody. Mo quit. Mo left. You know, me and Nexus are the only people that are still around like that from that old group, literally. And then Etika passed away about a month before my aunt passed away. My aunt passed away my great aunt passed away the same week that my uncle passed away. Back like 2011.
Damn.
Yeah, like, and I gotta be real with y'all on some real crazy shit, and y'all gonna think I'm fucking y'all gonna think I'm fucking crazy for this shit. I have zero reasons to lie to anybody. For a while now, I think that spirituality shit is real. When that shit was happening, I had a dream that I saw my uncle in like my dream and shit, and he was telling me about like, you know, how he was and shit like that, how he was so proud of me, shit like that. And at my aunt's funeral, I saw my uncle and my aunt, who was in the casket, mind you, but they were on a whole different side of the church and shit. We're just sitting there, and I was sitting like, can I only see them? You know, it was some spirit shit. I deadass saw my deadass aunt and my dead uncle on the right side of the church when everybody else is in the middle. They were on the right side over there just chilling in the same fucking row and shit like that. And I was just staring at, I didn't even pay attention to fucking service at that point. I was watching the service. Then like once it got like all spiritual and shit, they had like their little Sunday service and shit. You know what I'm saying? I started to like shift my eyes over to the right and I saw them. I stared at them for like the entire time. And they looked so happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just like, you know what, bro? That was the moment of clarity I got for me. For my uncle passing away, and even my aunt passing away. That was honestly the best moments I've ever felt being at a funeral, because I saw them. You know, somebody who I saw literally looked like he was dead outside, you know. Looked so healthy. He looked so happy, you know. My aunt, she had Asperger's. She looked so happy and she looked so alive when I saw her. It's so crazy because her in a casket versus her, the person that was like sitting over there, you know what I'm saying, did not look alike, but I knew it was her, right? If she looked younger, she looked like, you know, she had like, my aunt wore like suits and shit. She was one of them. You know what I'm saying? She wore like suits and shit, the little fucking round ass hats and shit. She was one of them. My uncle was one of those people who were like, he always had like this button up, this little like straw hat, the glasses and shit, and I saw them. And when that shit happened, bro, that shit gave me the clarity I needed, bro. Real talk. Are you good, Mikey, from the shitter?
Yeah, man. I was having bro, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Well, I was just about to finish up my shit. I'm in like 2019 now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like PK shit, just because I see it in the chat. It's not that PK doesn't play with anybody, because I guess he doesn't fuck with people. PK got a whole ass family now.
He got a family, dog. He don't do YouTube like that because, you know,
he on his own shit.
He on his own shit. He got a family. The group was getting old, dog. The group was getting old. Shit's over, you know. So I don't know, dude. 2019, bro. I don't know, bro. I 2019 was cool because I was able to bounce back quick. You know, I look at myself now as like this unstoppable beast. You know, my confidence is high as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My confidence in who I am is high. My confidence in the shit that I do is high. My confidence in the people I associate with is high. But what I will say, I do have some crazy detachment issues. I can detach from a situation crazy.
Bro, your
Easily.
fucking detachment issues are something else, man.
I can't help it.
Then he
bro.
just brags about it. He's like, yeah, bro, no, just do
No,
this.
no,
Just
no.
be.
I look, man. I try, bro. I try to be a good human being when it comes to like people's feelings and shit. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. It's okay to think about yourself every now and then, dog. I say fuck people a lot, you know. When I used to say I didn't care, I said that as like a coping mechanism, you know. I said that to like run away from the issues at hand or whatever. But now it's like I don't care because that's not what I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can be sad all you want. You can be sad all you want, but nobody's gonna make you feel any better besides you. You can wanna, throw away everything you worked for. You can wanna, stop living if you want to. But at the end of the day, the world's gonna continue to spin. It's up to you. It's up to you,
Yeah.
deadass. Nobody's gonna sit here and baby you. Nobody's gonna do that. All your friends are there for is to like help you, as much as they can. But after they're done with what they can contribute to what you're going through, it's up to you. All that shit is internal. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If I really went and I killed myself, bro, that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? People who were close to me would have been sad. But then they would have been sad for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how long this would have been sad for, you know? And I'm not going to be alive to know. You know what I'm saying? Or care at that point. The world is still going to go to shit. Pollution's still going to, you know what I'm saying? Still going to be a thing. Like, the shit's going to keep going without me. So it's like, bro, nigga, if that's the case, nigga, fuck y'all. I'm living to make sure Mother Nature hates me, my nigga. Real talk, nigga. You feel me? Nigga, shit, bruh. Fuck is you talking about, my G? I'm living to make sure anybody who has ever hated me and done me wrong feels the day. I want them to feel it. I want them to feel that shit in their fucking veins. Why? Because I won. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I won. That's how you look at that shit, bro. If you haven't killed yourself yet, you've won. After going through crazy mental shit, drug abuse and all that shit, you won. It's up to you to keep winning now. You know? That shit's internal, my nigga.
I can respect that. Yeah, I get what you're saying too. I respect that.
Like, I won, my nigga. Nobody's topping me, bro. I won. Nick won. You know what I'm saying? Years of self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? Hatred and drugs and family and shit like that. Fuck all that bullshit, nigga. I won. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, nigga. I just moved into a whole new crib. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength of putting myself out there, giving people something, giving people my story. You know what I'm saying? Giving people the real me and not the person they watch in videos. Because there's always a disconnect between the viewers and the YouTuber. There will always be one. And it comes from not putting a lot of yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can never put myself out there through a video game as much as I can through just talking to them, which is why the podcast is here to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can sit here and play a game that I enjoy, like Star Wars. I enjoy that, but you'll only ever see me...
Podcast.
What?
My bad.
Okay. I can enjoy Star Wars all I want, you know what I'm saying? But you will never see me talk about my life on Star Wars unless it's my upbringing with the series. To relate to that series, you know what I'm saying? Or like Pokemon. I can only give you so much through Pokemon because I played the shit from my childhood. There's a limitation on gaming. I can still play whatever games I want, shit that I enjoy, shit like that, right? But you don't know who Nick is through that. You don't know who I am, which is why this podcast, why this episode is a thing. You know?
I don't know, man. I wasn't really a fan of this episode. I felt like we said a lot of things that people shouldn't just forget all the stuff that we said here. Like, we don't even have to keep this episode live, because to be quite honest,
we get it. You hate women, bro. We get it.
If I want to say I hate women, then I'm gonna just say that I hate women because I hate women. But I'm not gonna be out here not saying that I hate women. Like, come on, bro. I'm not afraid to say that.
I hear you. But no, like, I don't know, bro. I think I don't know, dude. I think
this podcast was therapeutic. It's good to reflect.
It was cool.
Bro, you were gone for like half the podcast.
I was still reflecting. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I feel you.
It was cool,
sure.
dude. I'm gonna be real, bro. It was cool. I don't know. This year was dope. This year was dope as fuck. I can't wait to see what 2020 blesses me with 100%. Because I don't know, dude. This is like the first time in a long time I've been like, I don't know, the weight's off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't have to deal with my family shit no more. I'm off the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the content, I'm turning the content around, to more variety. I don't feel trapped. You know what I'm saying? In my content no more. The real people who fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Likes, comments.
Is that what they say?
Coming out to the streams, the videos, whether it's what they subscribe for or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel trapped, So I don't know, bro.
Trapped in the closet.
I don't know, bro. I feel like 2020 is gonna be blessings. I can't wait to see my people at PAX East.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
What does that even mean?
I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see people in the comment sections. It's really weird. People don't think I actually pay attention to them in the comment sections.
I don't pay attention to my comment section, bro. Fuck them niggas.
Okay.
You know what I mean, bro? It's all about me. It's all about me, big dog. Okay. I'm here to get bitches and get paper. You know what I mean, big dog, man? I'm trying to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. You know what I mean?
The plan is to glow up and act like I don't know nobody. But no, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog. I'm excited for next year.
What am I gonna eat tonight, man? It's late. It's 8 o'clock.
I got some pizza. I'm ready to move on. Real talk.
Yo, Domino's do got the 5 for 10, huh?
But I guess when it comes to, let's finish this podcast off. Goals for 2020 and I guess the new decade. We're getting older, gentlemen. So, life changes. Talk to me. What's the goals?
I guess I'll start since I started first.
You were here for like 30 minutes. Go ahead.
Hey, duty calls. You feel me? Duty.
I need to acquire more vagine.
No, Nick. Okay, whatever.
So you don't like vagine?
Shut up,
bro. Take y'all gay ass somewhere else, man.
Weren't you stuck on vagina for like 7 years?
There's more to life than vagina, dog. Like, there's more to life than vagina.
That's why I should have told
you. Yeah, we here, nigga. Yeah. Yeah.
Niggas,
I was waiting for it, dog. I told you should have never said shit. Anyway, Mikey, go with your goals, bro. Go with your goals, bro.
2020, start working on my credit, get a bigger house, make more money, and see my babies graduate. They all graduating in the 20s.
They are.
Okay.
Dude, the oldest one's graduating from high school too.
She'll be graduating in 2023.
She'll be graduating from elementary and high school.
Elementary. As a
It's
matter of
this year.
fact, my middle she's graduating this year from elementary.
Okay.
Okay.
Next year will be my youngest kid, and after that,
The next 3 years is gonna be the oldest. She's gonna go, and then the year after that's gonna be the middle. Yo, your shit really is graduating next year. Yo, the next decade, dog. Okay.
yep.
Damn, Mikey,
happen.
you about to have grown women in your crib. It's about that time to make the moves. Damn.
Hell yeah, bro.
Is that it?
No, I do want to travel more. I do want to get out to PAX. I want to see you niggas.
So you coming to PAX and Colorado, right?
No, we're not going to Colorado.
I'm gonna.
Bro,
I
we're
can't
going
go
to Colorado. What do you mean?
My job will literally not let me take off a day in October or November.
All right,
Can't.
fine, that's fair. But Nick, you definitely going to Colorado. I don't even know why you said
Nigga,
no.
if I'm making big money on YouTube, sure. Y'all better like the video, watch them ads.
Bro, you going
This
to
nigga trying to go
Colorado.
skiing.
Afro gonna
You
beat you
can
up, and he
miss
gonna take your
me.
cheese.
I've been skiing one time.
But
That
continue,
shit
Mikey.
terrible. But yeah, what did I say? I want to travel more. I definitely want to take the kids places and all that kind of stuff. I really just want to. I want to do all the things that I was supposed to do while I was chasing somebody else's dream.
Yeah.
So I'm chasing my own dreams. So I want to add to those.
I respect that.
Okay. Yoku?
So I don't know. 2020 is like the decade itself. I don't think I have goals for the decade itself.
What do you have goals for the year?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, because like short term, I guess. Well, I mean, long term is a different thing, but it really just depends on how this year goes. So 2020, pass all my classes for sure. Like complete through that with college. I want to swag the fuck up. I've been catching a lot of people dress a certain type of way, and I like it. So
hey, you know what? Me too, dog.
I want to get like my fashion.
Take this fucking hoodie off.
I like that hoodie though. I can't see the back of it.
It's a wolf.
Oh, I 100% like
it.
Yeah.
I'm so lost. What's going on?
So all we're saying is we want to like step into the world of fashion a little bit and start getting a little more trendy with some of the clothes that we wear. Like when I step out, I want people's heads to turn, and then I want to get bitches because they whatever. My head, like their heads turning, and they're like, "Damn, he kind of fresh," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm
do
packing."
It for the bitches. Bitches never notice. You just do it for yourself. You the fucking.
Of course, I'm doing it for myself, but I want the added benefit.
Fancy, nigga, you talking weird ass, dripper drown ass.
I want the added benefit. You know what I mean? You know that song, something about drowning or whatever. I want ladies to drown when they're around me, and I want the beat to play in the background every time. But anyway, those are that. As far as YouTube goes, because I'm low key thinking about putting Twitch on the back burner.
Okay.
Just because it as much as I enjoy doing the streams, I don't think they pay out as much as I guess like building up YouTube would go if I just put the time into that. Because I can, like I said earlier, I can play games on my own. If ain't nobody like actually coming at the streams or whatever for like what I want to do with it, I can just put that time in a YouTube. But as far as YouTubes go, I definitely want some means of a community. I want to grow my Discord. I want to grow my social media platform, I suppose. And I want to hit 5K. Afro told me to shoot big. So I want to hit 5K before the end of the year when it comes to YouTube. I also want to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with YouTube. Like the Pokemon wave ain't going to be here forever. I'm not doing Pokemon forever. But I finally watched the Ghost of Tsushima trailer today. And I think that might be my game. That's a nice little trailer.
It's a good game to find yourself, I would say. It's a good God damn. That's one of those games where you can get personally, emotionally involved with, and that will basically put a little bit more of yourself into your videos.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good game that you could start off with to try and get some traction.
Late next year though, or early?
Yeah, I think it's a PS4 launch, isn't it?
Yeah, but when's it come out?
PS5, I mean. I'm sorry.
Is it a PS5 launch title?
It's coming out like the last.
Oh fuck!
No, it's a PS. It's coming on a PS4 too, but it's gonna be like the launch title for the PS5 or a launch title for the PS5. It's still gonna be
Okay,
a
so it's
PS4,
not
but-
coming out until winter, then winter, fall, somewhere around that line.
Yeah.
So second half
Maybe
of the year.
summer. You never know.
Oh man, you know what? It's about to be a whole new era too.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
a lot of shit's
shit.
gonna change. Like just overall, I'm trying to. I want to take next year to actually grow as a person. I want to work on not bodybuilding, but body fitness. I want to get my body tight, nice and right.
You get your
And
mind
just overall
right
take better
first.
care of myself. Yeah, I wanna like physically take better care of myself, so that I can mentally feel better about myself.
You probably should do that in reverse.
Well, see, the issue is, I have to do something physically, so that I don't think about things mentally, because then
You
I won't do anything
think-
at all.
You think that might be it?
No, dead
I
ass. If I
tried to
have
do
nothing
that
to do, I'm laying in bed all fucking day. I might turn on Netflix. Depends on if I feel like rolling
that's
over to
fine.
grab the controller or not.
That's fine. You can be lazy. I'm just saying, like the madness behind the method is to get yourself there mentally first,
How the
because
hell do you beat depression mentally?
you don't beat it. You just do a little
live
better
with
every
it.
day.
live with it.
You live
You
with it.
don't. No. See, with mental diseases, there are a lot of people who are victims of mental illnesses
And slaves to it.
and slaves to it. You own your disease. It's your disease. Whether you live with it or you want to eradicate it or whatever, it's yours. You do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have you. So the thing is, when those thoughts come creeping in, then yeah, you get busy. But you don't let your depression, you don't let your anxiety, you don't let bipolar, you don't let any of that define who you are.
I embrace it.
You have to.
I embrace I like last year. I embrace it. I embrace any negative feeling. I embrace it. I like sitting in it just to know I can beat it. Just to do something else entirely. Like it's like, okay, am I feeling this?
You got to ride it out. You got to ride it out.
Cause I don't know. It's not going anywhere. You
No,
know,
but
it's
that's
not
crazy
going
that
anywhere
you
at
can
all.
like record through it. I can't record through
Well,
it.
no, that's the luxury of doing shit that you like doing. YouTube is something I like doing. So when it was an outlet. Remember, it's an outlet for me. So whenever I feel sad or some shit, and it's too cold to go to the gym, I'm recording. And I'm gonna knock out like 10 different videos.
God
You will have the next 2
you
weeks.
got
I have the
time.
next 2 or 3 weeks. I already have the next 2 weeks planned and ready. They're already scheduled.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing this week. Speaking of which, I know one video which is Star Wars.
You gotta
Shout out
embrace
to my
it.
boy Natu.
You gotta embrace it, but you have to embrace it and not become a slave to it. People get
Yeah.
it confused. Like you can have depression. It's okay to not be okay. But it's not okay to become a slave when you're not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentality
Yeah.
thing. You know? You gotta free yourself, you know? That's what it
Feel you.
is. That's what find an outlet, find a hobby. If your hobby's the gym, go to the gym. You know, if your hobby, that's what people work out for. You know what I'm saying? Endorphins are if endorphins are real, go. You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym. Use the gym as a means to cope. Use a diet, get a hobby, art. You know, some way to express yourself. Use that negative emotion as energy. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Yeah.
sand. You know, I'm like not being obvious. It's a comparison. A sand. What happens when a sand gets really, really mad? It's a negative
100%.
emotion. But what happens?
They
They
level
blow
up.
the fuck up.
Exactly. Do exactly that. When you're really sad and really mad and really you're mad at yourself, fuck that, nigga.
Tap into them back bubbles.
Go. You better go. Nigga, go to the boxing. You know, go to the gym. Get a boxing thing, nigga. If you mad, be at a fucking.
Let that shit out.
You know what I'm saying? Go be at a fucking bag and start. You know what I'm saying? Get your
Yeah,
mind
I'm not
right,
mad,
nigga.
but I definitely feel you.
If you sad or some shit, if you want to get your body right, nigga, do that shit. Start
Or-
eating.
Or you don't even have to do physical shit. You can write.
Yeah,
You
right.
can put that shit on paper.
Yup. It's
That's
dope.
the out.
You gotta express yourself, dude. There's no reason why, nigga. I don't want to be 30 years old still hating myself. Nigga, I'm not 12 anymore.
Damn, you were hating yourself at 12?
No, I'm saying that's like being 30, you're still young in terms of like living life as a human being, but you only have one life to live. I don't want to be 30 years old hating myself like I did when I was 12. 12 in like human lifespan, 12 years old is a baby. It is a baby on the grand scale of things. If you're 30 something and you still hate yourself, you never matured or you never like evolved at some point growing up, and you're still so young. But you don't want to be that. You want to enjoy your next 30 years at 30 living. Your body starts to like act all different and shit when you're 30 or whatever and above. So it's like nigga, if my body's gonna start acting this way, nigga, why do I mentally have to still be 21?
Yeah.
Grow the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like get your shit together. Go to therapy. By 30 something, if you don't have your shit together, really look at therapy. Cause you will have health insurance. So come on, like you know, I was like, come on, dog. You gotta like you fight for yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fight for yours, cause ain't nobody gonna fight it for you. Real fucking talk. These people out here don't give a fuck about you. You have to give a fuck about you and yours.
Yep.
Look at Mikey. Mikey has kids. Nigga, it'd be crunch time if I had kids.
Would you go back to doing Pokemon?
Fuck no. I'd go and get an actual fucking job. 2 of them bitches if I need to. Dead ass.
It was done.
But it's crunch time though.
No, I get you for sure.
If you have kids who are growing up and shit, and you know, and I'm not even trying to use you as an example, Mike, but marriage is crumbling and shit. Life, you know, debt is starting to pack up and shit, nigga. Fuck all that bullshit. Fuck all that bullshit. We gonna get this fucking money. We gonna be all right. Then you can focus on your fun later. Fuck that. Fuck all that. We gonna be straight before I fucking go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's it. You gotta get yourself right before you can do anything. All that hypiness shit is an entitled life. You don't deserve shit that you get. All that shit is through hard work and pure coincidence. But you'll never understand unless you tunnel vision on some important shit.
Yeah. I feel like the criticalness of what you're talking about is like, that's the turning point.
Yeah.
That's the turning point.
You don't want to get to that point.
That's you picking yourself up and doing what you got to do. Because my tunnel vision was definitely getting a job. Now that I do have a job, I'm happy, dog. Like happiness, I don't think I've ever been as happy as I've ever been in my life right now. With this job, with my wife, with my kids, I am content right now. Now, that is, being content is a double-edged sword. You don't want to be content too long.
Right. Then you start getting lazy.
The moment that you get comfortable, it's time to put yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So that's why when I'm at work, I ask questions. I ask a lot of questions. I ask, hey, how does this work? What does this do? Who does this? Can I do this? All that kind of shit. So, and I work at the type of job where the more you know, the more you grow. So I'm cross-training in 2 different departments right now, and they looking at me when I do actually get on for like full-time. I'll be a better position
an avatar
to move up. Yeah. Yeah.
I read a tweet that really resonated with me. It's like the moment you stop growing as a person is the moment your life gets boring. It's the moment when your years go by as fast as they do. It's the moment where you feel like time is going by way too fast. The moment when you stop growing, you stop learning.
Yeah.
Because if you're not learning, or if you're not growing as a person, your lives go by like it's nothing. Days turn to weeks, weeks turns to months, months turn to years. I feel like
that's where I've been. Like hearing that is kind of ironic because literally in my head, yesterday was my birthday, and then the day before that was before summer.
Why didn't you tell nobody?
What?
Oh, yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My birthday's
in November. Yeah, my birthday's November 4th. So like that's just like explaining, or like I guess I'm piggybacking off of what you said on how days turn to months, months turn to
Yeah,
years.
like you,
Because
you
this
start to
entire
lose track
year,
of time when you stop learning
yeah,
and
it just
stop
went back.
evolving. So it's like you don't want to be that, my nigga. When you die, you want to have at least a good. When I go on my deathbed, I want to at least say, "Damn, bro, I really did have a fire ass life, bro. As
Same.
trash
Like
as it
I
was,
definitely,
nigga, my shit was gas."
I don't want
And
my
go to
my
and go
death
to
just be
sleep.
a death.
I'll see y'all in the afterlife. Sayonara, y'all. We
Yeah,
out of
got the
here.
death
Put me,
pose.
burn me, my nigga. Burn me. Don't keep me in the grave, dog. Burn me. But that ass, bro. You gotta really fight for yours, bro. Fight for yours, dog. Cause nobody else fucking will. If there's anything I want anybody to take from this, fight for yours. Fight for it. Cause nobody else, even if you have to fight your fucking self, fight for yours. Anything you want will be obtained if you really sit down and go after it.
It's out there. Go get it.
There's absolutely no fucking reason why you can't get it unless it's you stopping your damn self. I'll beat your ass. You gotta threaten them. You gotta threaten them, dog. You gotta. I'll beat your ass if you don't fucking get off your ass, nigga. That ass, dude. Like real talk. Like if there's one thing that I guess that all this shit leading up until this point has taught me is just like, dog, you really do gotta get it. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta get it, bro. You gotta get it, because nobody else is gonna get it. Nobody else is gonna get it. Nobody's gonna sit here and give you the job of your life. Nobody's gonna sit here and give you the fucking handout that you want. Nobody's gonna sit here and give you the life that you think you need and you deserve and shit. Fuck all that bullshit, nigga. I die the same time you do. You gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna focus on me, get my shit together, then everybody else around me can can indulge in the shit that we in. You know what I'm saying? I said this shit to Mikey a while ago. I said if I ever get big off YouTube, bro, I'm flying my niggas out and we gonna have a good ass week to ourselves. Get drunk as shit. I'm buying Brendan whatever game system he wants, Max whatever shits he wants, Mom whatever shit she wants, and I am fine. I'm good. I've done my thing. Bills are paid. I'm fine. That's it. That's literally it. And as time goes on, that goal seems a lot more reachable.
It does. Like,
so when I get there,
just from me and Avia working at the same time with decent pay, and all of the money is going into one bank account, I can honestly say that I can afford like a $200,000 house now. Just from the way that the bills stack up and like how much is crazily we have left over for the month. Just with my little temp job, that shit makes a difference. So I'm telling you, get your ass up, stop sulking in whatever funk that you in. Get your ass up, put yourself together, and if you need help, ask for help. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, man.
Nobody's too strong, bro.
If I was still in my old ways, I don't know where the fuck I'd be right now. Honestly.
I already told y'all my suicide story. Mikey was there at 2:00 in the morning. We were in a call.
Talking this nigga off the ledge. Figuratively.
You gotta get your ass up, bro. But if there's, I didn't talk about my goals. Goals for 2020, and I guess everybody who's watching this now can get a glimpse of what it is that I'm on, and PK's here too, so we can pile out whenever we get to that point. Goals for 2020: double everything.
Yeah.
Double everything. I want to have 250K subscribers. I want to double the view count. I want to double the subscribers on the Patreon. I want to double the Twitch members. I want to double everything. Everything needs to get doubled. I want to make double the money. I want to make double double everything. Double everything. Bills, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about the bills. This house is done. Like this shit is done. You know what I'm saying? This little apartment is done. I'm good on that. I want to double everything. That's the goals. That's the goals for 2020. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's gonna happen. I'll make sure it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. And when I say when y'all see it, bro, I'm gonna act like I don't know nobody. I'm gonna get my robe on and shit, nigga. It's a wrap for niggas, dog. It's a wrap. But we're doubling everything. We're doubling everything. 2020 for me. And if not, it's fine. Next year, you know, there's still gonna be growth made. We're good. You know. That's how I look at it now. Even if you don't make your goals, keep going. You know. So.
Okay.
Any end of the year, anything you want to end this off with, everybody?
Go for what you know, man. Go get your shit.
Follow me on Twitter. You know, all that fun stuff.
Not you, nigga.
Sub to my YouTube. Bring your big sisters with the big titties to the chat. I would like to talk to them.
Don't you hate women?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't want to indulge in the pleasures that they offer. Like, why
You
would I
ain't
not
shit.
take advantage?
Nobody's offering you anything.
You ain't shit.
They would if they were here.
Nobody's offering you vagina, my nigga.
Bro, I don't need their vagina. I just need the titties.
My gayest friend wouldn't even offer you ass. We out of here.
That's what we do.